we done came from the bottom. Mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started blogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and now I'm back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gon' pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk show, we not like them guys who playing it safe while they feathered the lines. We pushing the narrative all the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. I keep Elijah one is very overrated. Keep it real if it in fact we don't say it. Now it's stable, we won't be ignored. We number one, especially when coming to sports. FYF bringing the heat here, of course. Where everything backed up with actual source. Everything backed up with actual source.
Hey, yeah, look. Hey, oh God, you everything that I want and I need. You give me Hodges like smoking some weed. I put that Cartier piece on your wrist, cause God took his time when he made you for me. If you want my honey, I don't know why I be. That's why I call you my LOVE. Just like Alicia, yeah, you got the keys. You my little kryptonite, I'm your Christopher Reeve. No, I hate taking pictures whenever I do. You the reason I cheese. You was right by my side when everybody was sleeping on me, catching Z's. And on God, hey, let me tell you. Said I already knew from the very beginning. With you on my team, I would definitely start winning. We back to back, 96, 97. Just like the Bulls, Michael Jordan got it pimping. I could be crazy or a little indecisive, but choosing you one of my best life decisions. Yeah, it's more fish in the sea, but I play my cards right with you, babe, so I ain't gotta go fishing. I treat your body just like it's a holiday. I celebrate it like family tradition. You know I eat you like Thanksgiving pie and then open you up like a present on Christmas. Sex on the floor in the bed or the kitchen, or maybe the tub with some bubbles up in it. When we in the car, I lay back, let you ride it, but baby, go slow, we don't need speeding tickets. That's a fine, but you fine too. With no makeup, I swear, girl, you times two. Like your spine, girl, I'm always behind you. Bend it over, let me go remind you. If you lost, I'ma just use my GPS. That's a good pussy search, but I find you. When you mad and you lock all them doors down, I'ma look for a window to climb through. Oh God, you everything that I want and I need. You give me Hodges like smoking some weed. I put that Cartier piece on your wrist, cause God took his time when he made you for me. If you want my honey, I don't know why I be. That's why I call you my LOVE. Just like Alicia, yeah, you got the keys. You my little kryptonite, I'm your Christopher Reeve. No, I hate taking pictures whenever I do. You the reason I cheese. You was right by my side when everybody was sleeping on me, catching Z's. And on God, hey, let me talk to you.
FYF Sports, man. Come on, man. We back, man. Salute, man. I see y'all, man. Hey, look, man. We've been cooking over on TikTok, man. If you want to see the content, the majority of the content's been getting dropped on TikTok. The Saturday live streams have been going crazy. Make sure y'all tune in Saturdays. You got Goat James Kingdom and FYF Sports, man. We doing a live on TikTok. As Goat James King calls it, he says it's the TikTok takeover, man. It's a lot of people that need an adjustment over there, man. And they really not used to people talking basketball the way we do. And so they still trying to, buck and push back with some of these played out narratives and stuff. And it just ain't working. Right? They ain't used to seeing people who seasoned and we done heard all the little silly tricks in the book, man. So make sure y'all tune in Saturdays, man. We still gonna keep the lives going over here on YouTube, but again, if you want to catch the craziest and the newest lives, get the best content, because we even dropping videos over there as well. Make sure y'all tune into TikTok. Saturdays. Also, so follow both me and A Johnny on TikTok. I post almost daily over there, so I'm always posting daily videos as well. But look, y'all, we gotta talk about it, man. I didn't even notice it happened. I was obviously scrolling through my feed, and y'all, and I came across a Dreamers Pro live stream. Y'all know when Dreamers Pro go live, in his words, it's because it's some type of in his eyes, it's some type of emergency. And so I saw him doing a desperation live because some of Michael Jordan's teammates recently did a podcast. This was probably like within the last 48 hours. Horace Grant joined Stacey King's podcast. They talked about a whole bunch of things. And one of the things that they ended up talking about was The Last Dance. And man, oh man. Every time the Bulls players talk about The Last Dance, it just gets worse for Jordan. Because there has yet to be one Chicago Bull player that comes out and says The Last Dance was accurate. We got BBL warranty department says same topics. No, this is not the same topic. This is new information. I mean, if you don't want us to talk about it, you need to go tell Horace Grant and Stacey King, stop talking about it on your podcast so FYF don't talk about it. Stop talking about it on your podcast so Dreamers Pro don't crash out like he did yesterday. Y'all always come cry to me about the information. I was watching Dreamers Pro live stream. I didn't see none of y'all in his live stream saying, hey, Dreamers Pro, this is the same topic. Y'all always come to me when I'm about to lay down the max ether on one of y'all favorite content creators. Y'all always come running to me. Lamont, man, it's the same topic. Don't do it. No, man. Stop coming to me with the pity patty stuff, man. Why y'all come over here asking me to give everybody else grace? I don't never see these same idiots. They don't never run to nobody else's show. Oh, I don't see them on Goatcast or King Rowe show saying, hey, King Rowe, you doing this again? You talk about A Johnny again? Because King Rowe, it seems like he talk every show. He's talking about A Johnny. Y'all always come running to me. If you want to see unique content, just go to my TikTok. I literally just dropped a video on the Denzel Washington He Got Game movie. I got content over there on Jonathan Kuminga. I got content over there on the WNBA. If you guys really wanted to consume new content, y'all, it's easy to find. Y'all just pretend y'all don't want to hear this. I'm giving y'all the information. See, what this does right here is when the way Stacey King and Horace Grant, and we're going to play the clips too. Stacey King and Horace Grant, the way they talked about The Last Dance, it literally guarantees it's a certainty now that The Last Dance was fabricated. That much of what we saw in The Last Dance was fabricated. There's a couple videos I'm gonna play for you guys today. In reality, Jordan has a track record of lying. It's just that Jordan's fans don't care to call it out. Jordan's fans right now are obsessed with LeBron James Burger King commercials and Nike ads. They obsess over. They're right now. They're obsessing over non-basketball related things, man. I see people. I never thought I would see the day where people would cry because LeBron James did a Burger King commercial, man. Wild 23 says, what part was fabricated? Well, again, I'm going to let Horace Grant and Stacey King tell you. And not only that, Craig Hodges is going to tell you. Luke Longley is going to tell you. Steve Kerr is going to tell you. And Phil Jackson is going to tell you. We got a plethora of people that's going to explain to you what was fabricated. I just don't know why y'all get mad at me, because I'm just sharing the information with you. I'm just sharing the information, man. It was fabricated. And as Horace Grant and as many of the people who were on that Chicago Bull team, as many of them will, even Luke Longley especially talked about it, The Last Dance was not about the Chicago Bulls. The Last Dance was not created to remind the world how great that team was. The Last Dance was created because Michael Jordan had one agenda. He was just trying to one up LeBron James. Y'all remember when it came out? It came out around the time when LeBron James was winning his 4th championship. I mean, he selectively, he had it on the back burner. He sees that LeBron James is making another historic run. And so they strategically dropped it. And the way it was edited in a way to over exemplify and over glorify Michael Jordan. This is not just me. This is what the players are saying. He says, I'm talking about Horace and Stacey King. Well, we're going to get to the film. Y'all just want me to get straight to it. So all I'm saying is this. It's starting to look to me that it's not just Jordan's fans who are in a panic because of LeBron James' career. Based on what the players themselves who played on that Chicago Bull team, based on what they are saying about The Last Dance, it seems like Michael Jordan himself is also now worried about LeBron James and where LeBron James may fall in these GOAT conversations. Because we all know that Michael Jordan executive produced The Last Dance. You see, it's one thing to just be in The Last Dance, but we all know that Michael Jordan had full control over the production, what was in it, what was not in it. And so that's what we're going to get to today. Is Michael Jordan himself worried about LeBron James in these GOAT conversations? Because it's starting to look that way. It's starting to look that way. Because we already know his fans are obsessed with him. We talked about that on TikTok. This obsession with Michael Jordan fans with LeBron James. We saw it on TikTok when Willie came up. We're having a conversation about the 90s, and Willie just, it's like it's a disease. He's like he got LeBron James parasites in his body. And he just could not hold it in. We were in the middle of a very good 90s basketball conversation. And it was just like the parasites. He just could not contain the parasites anymore. And he just had to say something about LeBron James. He couldn't control it. I don't think they can control these things. And so when we go to Dreamers Pro Live, I'm going to show y'all this really, we can expose so many different things on this live stream. One, we can expose the fact that Jordan is worried about LeBron James. Two, we can expose that Michael Jordan is a liar. We're going to go through multiple things with that. Michael Jordan is a liar, and he's intentionally putting out misinformation to skew people's minds. Number three, Dreamers Pro 1000% confirmed with his live stream yesterday. Dreamers Pro 1000% confirmed the video that I just did about the 90s. When I said that the 90s is the worst era of NBA basketball in NBA history, Dreamers Pro on his live stream confirmed it. And when we get to his video later on, I'm going to explain to you why he himself confirmed that the 90s is the absolute worst era in NBA basketball history. And it's not even close. Salute to GOAT James Kingdom in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to GOAT James Kingdom, not just on YouTube, but also on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, y'all. I mean, the best of the best content is going to be over there. I mean, you can still come check out GOAT James Kingdom. He's going to be live over here on Fridays and Sundays. But I'm telling y'all missing out on some gems if you're not pulling up to those TikTok lives at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all pull up. Let me share my screen real quick. And we're going to get to this, man. We're going to get to this information. make sure if you haven't done so already, hit the PayPal. Like I'm sounding like Dr. Umar. Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal to support FYF Sports. Do I got to start repeating these things 3 times just to get y'all to support? Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal. Dr. Umar done got millions and millions of dollars out of y'all because he said it 3 times. Do I need to start doing that? Are y'all gonna start supporting FYF Sports? Go James Kingdom, man. We already know people like Armani Viss. I mean, y'all need to be donating to support. Armani Viss says MJ hater. We don't hate MJ. Nobody hates MJ. We just tell the truth about MJ. You know? I was listening to King Rose stream the other day, and this is what they say a lot. They always say, you LeBron James fans. I don't know what LeBron James fans do other than talk about LeBron. Jordan fans don't talk about Jordan. Jordan fans just talk about LeBron. That's why I call Jordan fans Jordan fans. Because their whole agenda is not to talk about Jordan. It's to just tear down anything that comes close to Michael Jordan. I keep telling y'all, probably within the next month or so, there will be information that comes out that is going to break every single Jordan fan's heart. I've seen the information. I've been told about the information. I'm just gonna let the person who has the information expose it. But y'all need to, if you're a Jordan fan, right now will be the best time for you to start paying your dues, right? Giving your apologies to people like Goat James Kingdom, people that y'all tear down. Please do that before the information, because there will be a story that comes out that's going to show y'all how devious Michael Jordan is, how deceptive he can be, and the links that he will go to make sure that no other player is looked at in the light that he was looked at in the 90s. And when that drops, and when you see the links that he went to do some of the things that we talk about, I don't know if you guys are going to have the same impression. It's not a fake story. And 2-5, this is the reason why I'm not dropping it, because if I drop it, y'all just going to say it's fake. So I'm going to let it hit y'all the same way Pablo Torres just bombarded and blasted Kawhi Leonard. You can't say that's fake. I'm just going to let the big dogs do it. And then when the big dogs do it, I'll be here to react to it. I'm just telling y'all now that I know and I've seen it. I've already talked to Go James Kingdom about it. Go James Kingdom probably has a whole 30 days worth of skit information prepared to just ballistic missiles just stored, just ready to launch. He already knows. He knows what's coming. So we're going to get to this film right here. Again, before we get started, man, come on, man. Like Dr. Umar in the chat, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal. Support FYF Sports, man. Everything that we do goes right back into the channel, man. Let me share my screen real quick. And we're gonna watch some of this. I want y'all to check this out. This is Stacey King. Horace Grant is a special guest on the Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast. Salute to Stacey King. This is actually a solid podcast, y'all. If y'all haven't checked it out, make sure y'all go check it out. Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast, where Stacey King and his co-host, they interview multiple guests. So even in this show, it wasn't even just about The Last Dance and Horace Grant. This was just a small segment of a 2-hour show. So again, these dudes kick out content. As y'all can see, they got a solid setup. Stacey King is doing this thing over there, and they always are bringing on guests, man. Let's listen to what Horace Grant and Stacey King Let's listen to what they say about The Last Dance, right? How do they, because they, remember, they were there. You know, they were in the locker rooms, right? They know what the coaches were saying and were not saying, right? See, you know, and you know what? BBL warranty. It's funny that whenever people come out and say anything against Michael Jordan, it's because they're bitter, old, or maybe they're just telling the truth. Because, like I said before, I haven't seen one Chicago Bull teammate come out and say Scottie Pippen was lying. I haven't because Horace Grant has been saying a lot of this stuff since 2020. None of them have came out and said Horace Grant was lying. No, nobody said Craig Hodges was lying, or Luke Longley was lying, or Phil Jackson was lying. You know, so I just don't, and that's what I get right there. Everybody's crying who speaks on it, but not the man himself who created it. And it seems like he created a show in The Last Dance that was fabricated, manipulative, and designed, as I've said before, to try to steer minds to saying that he's the GOAT. Because that seems like the only reason the documentary was created, because there's so many things just factually incorrect and wrong about the way it was produced. I want y'all to check this out.
All from The Last Dance, you know, where it all stems from. I kind of think it's The Last Dance, you know, my personal thing, because I know watching The Last Dance, when you're there and you've experienced it, you know what happened. You know what happened. A lot of the people, fans don't know. This might be their first, you know, glimpse of that team and what went on behind the scenes. But the guys who are actually in the trenches, we actually know how everything was. So we can sit there and go, that's cap. That's not true. You know, but we don't come out and say those kind of things. We just keep that to ourselves. And to see how Scottie was portrayed in that, I knew that was going to be a problem. I knew that was going to be a problem, and I called it, and I'm like, I hope it doesn't. But the way he was portrayed in there in certain situations, that could.
All right, somebody said low volume. Let me see if I can turn it up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all may have to just turn up y'all volume. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can turn this volume up. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do it this way, y'all. Give me 1 second. You said your volume's at max? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can turn it up right here. I might have to turn up my system volume. I can hear it on my end. That's turned up. That's turned up. Okay, hold on. He said it's low, but you heard it. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, I figured it out. It was this right here. Okay, I got it. This should be better right here. Okay, let me get it back in here. This should be way better. All right, let me start it over, y'all. Hold on. Is there no sound? Oh, geez. That was my fault again. I'm tripping, y'all. My bad. I'm over here streaming like King Row now. Now we got the sound.
that it matters, you know. So
put a one in the
to be
chat
able to,
if you can hear
I don't know
better.
if it was all from The Last Dance, you know, where it all stems from. I kind of think it's The Last Dance, you know, my personal thing, because I know watching The Last Dance, when you're there and you've experienced it, you know what happened. You know what happened. A lot of the people, fans don't know. This might be their first, you know, glimpse of that team and what went on behind the scenes. But the guys who are actually in the trenches, we actually know how everything was. So we can sit there and go, that's cap. That's not true. You know, but we don't come out and say those kind of things. We just keep that to ourselves. And to see how Scottie was portrayed in that, I knew that was going to be a problem. I knew that was going to be a problem, and I called it, and I'm like, I hope it doesn't. But the way he was portrayed in there in certain situations, that could have been left out. That could have been swept under the rug and moved on from that.
I think it was an unfair portrayal of one of the top 75 players in Scottie in that documentary. I forgot what I had for breakfast this morning. You know, how in the hell someone is going?
And just so y'all know, MG, I want you to remember this comment because there's a lot more to this video. Because you said Pippen was and is an asshole. You are somebody that don't know Scottie Pippen. You weren't in the locker room with him. And it's just odd that his teammates say the exact opposite. I want you to keep listening.
Know what happened 25, 30 years ago.
Exactly.
I mean, it was entertaining, but when you're behind the scenes, you know exactly what went on and what was said and what was not said. And I remember, you know.
And also, if you're a mod, please don't time out or block BBL warranty department because it's people like him, just like the people on TikTok, y'all. They just try to type stuff to try to get you to block them or time them out so they can run to other platforms and say, oh, he blocked me and timed me out. He didn't want, I was ethering him. So just let BBL warranty go. We see his name. His name alone makes us stop right there, right? You go with a name like that, we now, you know, your credibility might be in the garbage can. So please, if you are a mod, no blocking, no timing nobody out. Let him type as much as he want. It is what it is. We not tripping. All right, y'all. All right.
When Pip made the decision, and it was a bad decision not to go back into that game. I think it was against New York.
1.8 seconds.
Yeah, the 1.8 second. But the last dance I thought was going to be the last year.
Yes.
Isn't that the last dance, the last year?
Yeah.
And why was that even in the documentary? And I think Pip has a right to be a little angry. And hopefully with time, you know, they say time heals all. Hopefully he will heal.
Well, Horace, I can tell you, somebody who's worked in the media all my life, what happened there. Michael and his people were given executive producer control, which means that they were able to dictate how those stories were going to be edited. And so the negative stuff in Scottie's career, the 1.8 seconds, you know, the contract disputes that he had, delaying his back surgery before the 9, you know, all that stuff was featured when it didn't need to be. But that was Jordan's people presenting their view on how Michael looked at it. This was a Michael vehicle. It wasn't really an objective look at the Bulls' last dance. And that's kind of what happened. And I'm sure that's why Scottie's so upset, because it was engineered to glorify Michael and in the process kind of tore Scottie down.
And you know, the crazy thing about it, I rejected it for 2 or 3 years. They've been asking, Horace, you know, we're doing this, and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. And only reason I did the interview was that Tim Hallam used to work for he was like, Horace, this guy just keep asking me, could you please? I said, Tim, I'm gonna do it for you, but you're gonna owe me.
Yeah.
And I sat down, and once I saw it, man, they cut that thing like sliced
Sure.
cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there. I could not believe it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I want y'all to really take this in. This is the power of editing and goalpost moving and shaping the narrative the way you want it to be shaped. Horace Grant just said, I sat down and did an interview. He said, when I went back and watched it, they had chopped and screwed what he was saying. And it wasn't even similar to the sit down interview that he had. That's the power of what you can do with these editing, right? It's the power of what you can do, especially if you go into a project like this, Making the Last Dance, and you know that you have an agenda, you want to be manipulative. They've already said, look, this was supposed to be the last dance. This was supposed to talk about the last year. Why was you regurgitating everything like that? We're going to get to that, y'all.
Transparent. I could not believe how much they cut it up and made the majority of us look incompetent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, that was my take on it. I felt like anything that happened in that first repeat had nothing to do with the second repeat. Nothing. That 1.8 seconds that Scottie set out, that had nothing to do with what went on in the second go around. Those guys won the championship. They earned it just like we earned our championship. So we were the first dance, they were the last dance. If you want to do a first dance, then talk about the first dance. But the last dance should have been based off of what that team was going through, how hard it was to three-peat again with Michael and Scottie. Because if you think about this, the only two consonants on those three-peat teams were Michael and Scottie. Those were two completely different teams going in, besides those two guys. So, and Phil Jackson. So those three people were the only ones that were from the first championship. So it should have been based off of what they were going through. Michael thinking about retiring, Phil thinking about walking away. This is the last hurrah. How difficult it is to not only repeat, but to three-peat a second time. It should have been more about their season. And from what I hear, that video set in the vault for like 30 years.
Yeah, it did.
Like they never finished it. It was sitting, the NBA had it and they gave it to Michael. I don't know if he bought it. I don't know what the deal is, what happened. I don't really know the story on that, but it sat in the NBA vault for like 30 years and MJ got a hold of it. It was not finished. Because if you remember, it was like a 10-week situation. And if you remember,
Did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all hear what he said? He said this was an NBA production. He says the NBA had it and the film was just sitting in the vault. He says MJ and his team went and bought the footage from the NBA. So when we think about the timing of when The Last Dance was dropped, when we think about who had full production control over The Last Dance, and now Stacey King has exposed the fact that this wasn't a Michael Jordan production. This was an NBA production, and it was just a production that got shelved by the NBA. Jordan bought it from the NBA just to chop and screw it and reshape the narrative, not to shine a better light on the Chicago Bulls, but to try to chop and screw everything to shine a better light on himself, which is crazy, man. Man, they're exposing some gems, y'all. Y'all got to open your ears. Remember, these were people that were there. We're gonna let them keep cooking.
They added, they took a week off and it was like a 2-week dead period. They added the Steve Kerr situation to his father. Well, Steve Kerr, his situation with his father happened when he was in college. That didn't happen during the championship runs. His father was assassinated when he was a freshman at the University of Arizona. So that really had no bearings to what was going on, in the Last Dance. And everything should have been based off of, what their experience, Michael coming back, what he learned from baseball, basically, having an understanding now what it's like to be a role player. Because that's what I thought it was going to be based off of, because here's a guy who left at the top of his game, the greatest player when he left. Now he had to go do baseball, and we all know why he went to go play baseball, because that's something his father wanted him to do. He tried out baseball. But the mentality that he had, that he found out that, hey, you know what? It's not so easy being, part of the guys. I'm used to being the man. Now I have to look at a different perspective. Now I know what guys who role players on my team feel like. I put a lot of pressure on those guys. Now I understand what it's like to be a role player. And I thought it'd be more on the lines of that. Here this great player had to come down and play a certain way. And he did good. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that can go out there and hit a baseball. I mean, people think it was a failure for him. He batted like 200 or something. Yeah. Couldn't hit a curveball. But, I mean, for a guy 6'6", never played since Little League, and to go out there and bat Major League Baseball, it was pretty impressive. Not too many NBA guys could go jump to another sport and go out there and play. People say, oh, LeBron, go play football. Oh, okay. Stop. Not happening. Not happening. So that's what I thought. And the portrayal, Scottie, I thought was unnecessary. The migraine headaches, the 1.8 seconds, waiting for the last championship to go have back surgery, all unnecessary. He came back. Y'all won the championship with him, and his back still wasn't 100% in the finals, and he still played with a bad back. That should have been more glorified. Yeah. This guy coming off playing with a bad back.
I don't get. That's what I don't get. I mean, Pip really sacrificed a lot in terms of his health to help the Bulls with their success with that particular team, and for the narrative of him being selfish and things of that nature from the Last Dance. I mean, I think that was totally unfair.
When I'm watching throughout the thing, one of the things as players we call.
Okay, and so we just heard what Stacey King, and we just heard what Horace Grant had to say about The Last Dance. And if you want to watch the whole snippet, just go check out the Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast hosted by Stacey King. You go to their channel, give them a sub, and you will hear them elaborate on the situation. But what we've heard is we've heard a lot of things about this Last Dance. It wasn't a Michael Jordan production, right? As many people, as even Michael Jordan led people to believe. Because when you watch The Last Dance, Michael Jordan kind of led people to believe that he didn't really want to do this. If y'all go back and go watch The Last Dance, Jordan was putting out information saying, look, I didn't even really want to do this. Michael Jordan, how did you not really want to do this when it was you and your team that went to the NBA and bought the film from the NBA? But you put it in the documentary. I really didn't want to do this. I'm a team guy. I just kind of want to beat him myself, which is crazy, man, which is crazy. But now we have Craig Hodges. This is another Chicago Bull player. And I want you guys to hear his perspective, because look, we all know Craig Hodges, still good friends with Michael Jordan. Really not in the media like that. He's more of a behind the scenes guy. So let's hear what Craig Hodges had to say about The Last Dance. And this is what Craig Hodges when he was on the Odd Couples podcast.
It's a fraternity. So I'm watching. Okay, the first episode, I was upset about the cocaine circus. That bothered me because I'm thinking about the brothers who are on that picture with you, who have to explain to their family members that they're getting ready to watch this Michael Jordan great documentary event, and they know that you're on the team with them. Now you got to explain that to a 12-year-old boy. Scottie Pippen part. Scottie was selfish. Come on, man. Come on. And then last night with Horace, that hurt me. And I'm letting MJ know, dude, man, that ain't right, dude. Not that one. Them other things, okay. But Horace didn't deserve to take the fall for Jordan rules. Now, MJ may know something else. And if you know Horace wrote it, tell us how Horace did it. for my sake, because I'm your teammate, brother, just like they are. And I'm kind of salty about how everybody got interviewed but me.
He said, y'all were led to believe that The Last Dance was about the 98 Chicago Bulls. But listen to what Luke Longley said. He said, that wasn't about me. He said, even though he played a big role on what that team was doing, what did he say? He said, that wasn't about me. That wasn't about us. He says, my game, because we heard a lot of y'all say the same thing. He says, my game wasn't sexy enough. I thought this was about the Chicago Bulls. These are the players talking, y'all. This is not me. These are the players talking. I'm going to run that back with Luke Longley, y'all. Maybe y'all didn't hear it.
The memories are.
Listen to what Phil Jackson said in trying to write this story, but you exclude people that played a big role in this story. How do you do that, y'all? Why would you, if you're writing a story, why would you intentionally exclude people that played a big role in the story? And it's because you want the story to be all about you. Look, y'all. And see, look, y'all. Look at Willie. Willie has joined the stream, y'all. And I told y'all, Willie, I have something in the kitchen that I'm going to show you that you need. It's called wormwood and walnut oil and black walnut oil. It is very good at helping rid the body of parasites. And Willie, I think you might have like a LeBron James parasite living in your body, because you've already mentioned LeBron James in a stream that's not about LeBron James. I don't know what you have going on in your body to where all you think of is LeBron James, but you need to rid yourself of that parasite. I'm going to go show you guys the product now. Wormwood and black walnut oil, it is very nasty. It is very bitter. But you must take stuff like this, Willie, because you do have a true obsession with LeBron James. And this is one of the reasons why I say that you guys are not Jordan fans. You guys are just LeBron James fans on the other side of the fence. Because y'all need to understand that fans don't have to be cheering for you. Your fans sometimes can boo you. Have you guys seen arenas where like they did against Ben Simmons and the 76ers? They booed them. They're still fans, but they booed to be a Jordan fan, you guys have to talk about Jordan. And Willie, on TikTok, I gave you the stage to tell everybody about the 90s and Michael Jordan. And you couldn't do it. Just admit that you are GOAT James Kingdom's long lost brother. You very similar in nature. Both you guys love LeBron James, but you just like to talk about it from a different perspective, from the hateful perspective. You're like the bizarro GOAT James Kingdom. That's what you are. You're like the bizarro GOAT James Kingdom. Has anybody, y'all know who bizarro is? The bizarro GOAT James Kingdom. You only talk about LeBron James to the negative. You walk around, you do weird things on the stream and the camera. You walk around at night with robes on, in dark places, in dark cars, always got shades on covering your eyes. Willie, man, go get the black walnut oil and the wormwood and cleanse your body of this LeBron James parasite, man. This stuff is tearing you apart, man. Now, Willie, I know you stopped typing in the chat. It does not mean you need to stop typing in the chat. I'm not trying to run you off. He said, oh, but look, but Willie, I'm not a liar. I'm not talking about Jordan. These are his teammates. Let's go to Phil Jackson, y'all. Let's let Phil Jackson tell you one more time.
So bad that Luke wasn't involved.
To try and write this story up, and they excluded people.
To try and write this story up, but they excluded people. Had to do a documentary to fill the gaps that Jordan left out. To actually talk about the players that were there, to give appreciation to the guys that actually helped the Bulls in that journey.
Priceless.
My question to you is, and we had this question added to a lot of people. It's like, what is it going to take for MJ and Scottie to put that, put the drama behind them and move forward from that? Because you can't have any celebration without those two guys. You can't have, honor team, 91, 92, 93 teams without those guys, and so what is it going to take for those guys to work out and hash out their differences?
I think it's going to take the egos put aside, the pride to put aside. Once that happened, that opened the doors up to communication. Two of the best leaders I ever played under.
Yes.
Two of the best leaders. Of course, MJ when he was here, when he was with the Bulls before he retired, the best leader. And after that, after he retired, Scottie became that leader, that undeniable leader. But
so there's two phases in Jordan's career. The first three-peat, they said Jordan was the leader. But listen to what Horace Grant just said. The second three-peat, Scottie Pippen took over the leadership role.
MJ and Pip put the egos aside and the pride, because we've done things in Chicago with the Bulls, with that team that a lot of other professional teams have never accomplished.
And never will.
Now, 2-3 pieces like that, come on, man. That's incredible. But I hope and pray, and believe me, I talk to Pip a lot. And he's starting to understand that we're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
At all. I'm 60. He's going to be 60 in September. So hopefully they're have peace. Got my fingers crossed.
Yeah,
and
me
my
too,
toes.
man. Because it's a sad deal, because again, those teams were special, and they got a majority of the.
Horace Grant, Stacey King, Craig Hodges, Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson, Luke Longley. Online, there are also other accounts from Will Perdue and Bill Winnington. They all say the same thing. That the Last Dance left out a lot, and that many portions of the Last Dance were just completely fabricated or edited in a manner to paint Jordan in a light that puts him up here and paint the others in a light that put them down here. They even talked about, I want y'all to think about it in these basketball conversations. And this is where I want some of y'all to be honest. And before I go into that, let me give a shout out to No Name with the $20 super chat. He says MJ says one thing and does another. He says how important guys like Scottie and Horace were to his success, but when he had a chance to elevate those guys and give them shine in his doc, he didn't. That is a fact. That's how you know. But again, No Name, very soon here, probably within the next month or so, there's going to be a hit piece, a news piece that drops, and it's going to cycle and siphon through all mainstream media outlets that will expose Jordan's true intentions. And it has nothing to do with LeBron James. I think the players that it involves, it's even more damning. And I'm curious to see how the world reacts when that information drops. Again, it's not for me to drop, but that news story will be breaking soon. I'm just letting you guys know when we talk about like what Dreamers Pro says, bombshell, this will be a real bombshell. And we're going to see how people like Dreamers Pro react to it. Right? We're going to see how they react to it because there's irrefutable evidence tied to this. And unfortunately, it does not, it truly exposes what we all are thinking right now. We got Willie in the chat. Willie says, FYF fans, ask your host to embarrass Willie. I don't know what that means, Willie. And I'm not here to embarrass anybody. I just typically allow y'all to embarrass yourselves. All right. So what we're going to do here, y'all, is we saw what Horace Grant had to say. Right. We're going to briefly take a quick look at Dreamers Pro's reaction to this. And I want y'all, in this reaction that Dreamers Pro has, y'all, it proves without a shadow of a doubt that the 90s is the worst era in NBA basketball in it ever. And I'm going to show you why. Let me get this up here. Thank you, Go James Kingdom. He embarrasses himself. All right, here we go right here. Let me share my screen. We're just gonna take a quick dive in. I'm just gonna pick a random portion in the video. Let's just hear how Dreamers Pro is alluding to this. Because and I want y'all to really take note of is his approach to this. Right? So he's not approaching this in a non-biased manner. You know, when we talk about guys like Stacey King, who has no dog in the fight, he's shown no reason to be biased towards anyone. Horace Grant, who has no dog in this, he's not really in the media. He's just giving his opinion. These are two guys who are just having a casual conversation about The Last Dance. And the whole show wasn't even about this. This was a very small segment of the show, or even a small segment of Horace Grant's interview. They just briefly touched on it and they moved on, gave their piece and they moved on. Let's listen to what Dreamers Pro has to say about it. Let me share my screen real quick.
And X, Y, and Z, so many other things that I can't remember. He also said on the Patrick Bet-David show that him and Jordan were never cool. Y'all remember that? They were never friends. Well, you could have fooled me, because every time I saw Scottie and Michael Jordan in public, it was all hugs and kisses. Literally. There's some footage, I think, of when Jordan was a team owner. Scottie Pippen came into the VIP suite or whatever it is. He taps Jordan on the shoulder. They embrace. But I thought Jordan was a grimy-ass dude. And more importantly, if you felt this way about Jordan all throughout those years while y'all were teammates, why did you participate in the Last Dance docuseries? Why did Horace?
And see, I'm glad that Dreamers Pro said that. Because what did Horace Grant just tell us? Horace Grant said, I didn't want to. Right? Horace Grant said, I didn't want to, but he said, you know what? To do a favor for somebody else, I'm going to sit down and do this. And what Horace Grant said was, when I sat down and did the interview, but then when I watched The Last Dance, the producers literally chopped and screwed and took everything that he said and manipulated it to paint a different picture. And that's what they were most surprised at. They were most surprised at the fact that what they sat down and discussed was not what was portrayed in The Last Dance. And this has been consistent across all of the Chicago Bull teammates to Michael Jordan. This is not just one player. They've all been consistent in this. Either Michael Jordan excluded them and didn't put anything that they had to say in it, players like Luke Longley, or he put them in it, but he chopped and screwed what they had to say.
Grant participated in it. Although I don't remember if he was in it, but like, why did Scottie in particular be a part of it? If Jordan was this terrible person, why were you cool with him? Why was Michael Jordan blindsided when Scottie came out and started saying the things he was saying about him? If Jordan was this horrible person, why is it that Jordan has always said throughout the course of his career publicly, I never win those 6 championships without Scottie Pippen?
That is the point. This is why they're mad at The Last Dance. If you felt that you never win them without Scottie Pippen, then why are you hyper-focused on all of Pippen's negatives in The Last Dance? We remember in these basketball conversations, what is one of the most common narratives about Scottie Pippen in 1998? Primarily because of The Last Dance, one of the most common talking points is Scottie Pippen was injured and Jordan did it all by himself in 98. That stems from The Last Dance. That level of thinking stems from The Last Dance. When you hear Stacey King and Horace Grant talk about it, though, they said for Scottie Pippen to play through that injury, for Scottie Pippen that year to still be an all-NBA player, for Scottie Pippen that year only playing 40-something odd games to still be top 10 in MVP voting, and for Scottie Pippen all throughout the playoffs up until the finals, his numbers were the same or better. And he's playing through a crippling back injury. But see, there's no focus on fighting through that adversity. If your intent was to give shine to the guys that help you, why don't you just give them shine? Why does it seem like when you talk about Horace Grant, you wanted to portray Horace Grant as what? Shady and a liar. So basically he tried to out Horace Grant and said Horace Grant snitched on him and helped a sports writer, Sam Smith, put out the Jordan Rules book, which Horace Grant says that was a lie. Then in talking about Horace Grant, what's the other story? Oh, I didn't let the flight attendants give him food on a plane. You're trying to portray Horace Grant in a certain light. That's what you're doing. When you talk about all of the negatives in Pippen's career, the contract issues, the 1.8 seconds, right? The delaying of the back surgery. This is not about these things. If you feel that you don't do these things without Scottie Pippen, then why are you hyper focused on the negatives of your teammates and not the positives? Remember, this is exactly how Jordan fans debate the GOAT conversation. They don't care to have a conversation about what you did well versus what I did well. Jordan fans only want to talk about, this is how Jordan fans debate the GOAT conversation. Everything that Jordan did well versus your career failures. If you are a fan of Kareem, if you are a fan of Magic or Bird or LeBron James, you're not allowed to talk about their career successes or their stats if you're arguing versus Jordan. You can only you have to explain why they had failures. Ignore all of Jordan's failures. You have to accept all of his stats. You have to accept all of his accolades. You have to accept all of that. But you have to explain every loss, every bad moment, every missed shot before and the stats that you talk about, stats of longevity, or the accolades, or those are media given. It's crazy, man. Percy Bedford says it's not necessarily true. He says the documentary focused on Pippen playing through his injury. But Percy Bedford, what this is the power of TV. A documentary is only as powerful as what you remember most out of it. There was a lot of attention put on the Horace Grant segment where they said that Jordan didn't allow Horace Grant to get food on the plane. There was a lot of attention put on that 1.8 second moment. There was a lot of attention put on Pippen's contractual issues. This is what we walked away remembering the most. The things that we remember the least is because that's not what the focus of it was. What we remember the most from that documentary is that it was built around putting Jordan on a pedestal. That's what we remember most. Now, diehard fans like Percy, like you, diehard fans who studied the game, who adamantly followed the Bulls during that time, and we didn't get wrapped up in some of the entertainment TMZ type stories that were thrown into The Last Dance for entertainment. Yes, maybe you picked up on that. But we're talking about thoroughbred casuals here. We're talking about full-on thoroughbred casuals where all they want is the salacious stuff. And the salacious stuff for them is going to be basketball talk. The salacious stuff to casuals is basketball talk. So this is why people say Pippen was a bad leader, because they always reference back to The Last Dance and then the moment where Phil Jackson took him out of the game, 1.8 seconds. What casuals will never tell you is that same year, Pippen hit 4 game winners. One of the reasons why Pippen was so upset, is because he had made big shots like that. And you're giving a shot to Tony Kukoc. But The Last Dance portrayed it in the light to where now people can say Pippen wasn't a leader. Pippen wasn't clutch. You can't give Pippen the ball late game. That's not true. And I think this is why a lot of Chicago Bulls players were left feeling a bit bitter. Let's listen to more. Let's listen to Dreamers Pro rant. I want y'all to hear this.
Jordan always says that. If Jordan was this scumbag that Scottie and these guys are trying to make it seem, why did Scottie have Jordan at his Hall of Fame enrichment speech and be the person that brought him out? Why? I thought it was this terrible person. If Jordan was as bad as you say he was, why did you have him at your Hall of Fame speech? Why did you have that man up there looking like a dodo brain if underneath you really felt like this dude was a grimy ass dude? So why did you invite him to?
So right now, Dreamers Pro is ranting about Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was not on this interview. He was not being interviewed. This was Stacey King and Horace Grant giving their opinion on how Scottie Pippen was portrayed. What is the first thing that Horace Grant said? Horace Grant said, when I watched The Last Dance, he said, as soon as he watched it, he said, this is not going to go over well with Scottie. Stacey King agreed. Yeah, they did Scottie bogus. They're just giving their take on how Pippen was portrayed. Even Craig Hodges just mentioned it. He says, yeah, they didn't really portray Pippen accurately. Why do you have other, like, now, are all of these players now bought and paid for by Clutch Sports? I mean, because I know Jordan fans, because y'all don't want to sit down and have an intelligent conversation, a lot of you guys will just say, oh, they're getting paid by Clutch to say this. Well, now we're just going to try to think intelligently. Why are so many of the Chicago Bulls players, and to be honest, they're not really even taking shots at Jordan. They're just telling the truth. Why are they all saying that players were not being portrayed accurately? So, like, for me, this is not, I can only go where the evidence takes me. The evidence is taking me to when I hear the testimony of all of these players, when Horace Grant says that they chopped and screwed his interview up to portray something else. When Luke Longley says he was completely excluded. When Phil Jackson says, yeah, there were a lot of important pieces left out and a lot of important people and players left out. I'm just trying to connect the dots that are just right in front of me. Also, Jordan lied. Jordan said, I didn't want to do this. Jordan lied. Jordan bought this footage from the NBA with the intention of dropping it around a time where LeBron James was looking to win another championship. He went and bought this from the NBA. This wasn't a Jordan documentary. It wasn't some third party. The NBA shelved this, put it on the backboard, stored it away. But Jordan in The Last Dance is crying tears and putting on this facade as if I didn't really want to do this, man. I like to be to myself, man. I don't want all the shine. But you don't want all the shine, but you buy the film. You not only buy the film, you make yourself an executive producer. So now you control what this documentary looks like. You lied. It's crazy, man.
Your Hall of Fame speech to bring you out. Scottie's still crying over The Last Dance. Grant and two other teammates went on a lie tour. Yes, they did. Scottie and MJ were hugs and cool before all of this BS. Appreciate the super chat, and you're absolutely correct. So these guys are now trying to say that Jordan was this terrible person and he was out there to make Scottie Pippen look.
Now, did Stacey King and Horace Grant say Jordan was a terrible person? But see, when you listen to people like Dreamers Pro, he likes to flip and reword stuff that people didn't say. Horace Grant actually said Jordan was the leader during the first three-peat. They didn't have to tear down Jordan as a player to just simply state the fact that The Last Dance was not 100% accurate. There was, as Stacey King said, a lot of cap in The Last Dance. These are not my words. Stacey King says, as players who were in the locker room and we were there in those moments, he says there was a lot of cap. Not me.
Look back. That's the first part. Matter of fact, let me play the audio for the new people that are coming into the live, and then I'm gonna continue on my thoughts.
And I think only reason
time do we talk about his teammates? Kobe Bryant, outside of Shaq, do we talk about his teammates? Really at all? All of these great players, do we talk about Larry Bird's teammates? Of course we don't. Not saying they're not good or they weren't great, whatever. But the reason we're even talking about you, the reason these guys are even interviewing you is because you played with the Bulls. You were a part of one of the most, or if not the most memorable dynasty in American sports history. Literally. The Chicago Bulls are endeared by people all over the world. It's not a Chicago thing. It's not an American. They had an indelible global impact. I walk around Nigeria today, I still see people with Michael Jordan jerseys on. Walking around with Michael Jordan jerseys. People that never even seen him play. But they still walking around with his jerseys. It is 2020.
Well, if he's honest, y'all, they walk around with like sports. I'm going to tell y'all something. I didn't even know this happened. But sometimes in these third world countries, they walk around with a lot of sports gear on because I did a campaign with Pepsi one time working at the NCAA tournament. All the losing teams' gear. So, they have this stuff pre-printed. So a lot of gear that either gets discarded because a team lost, or gear that goes through trials and gets tested and they don't think people will buy it. They just ship it off to third world countries. So when you see these images of third world countries and you see random people walking around with a Sasha Pavlovich jersey on, or sometimes you see kids walking around with a Cleveland Cavalier 2011 NBA championship shirts. That's where all the stuff goes. They send it over to third. This is why he's able to say, they don't even know who he is. He just really killed his own logic. They didn't really have a global impact. He just said they wear Michael Jordan jerseys and don't know who he is. They don't. That's just where the U.S. sends a whole bunch of the garbage clothes that they don't want. And they give it away. It's a big, humongous tax write-off. That's all. I mean, you just literally killed your own argument. They don't know Jordan. They just wear it because it dropped out of a U.S. airplane onto the ground. That's not a low blow, RT the brand. This is facts. They ship if the losing team of a playoff series or the losing team of a championship, all that merchandise that's printed gets shipped off to third world countries. This is a fact. Well, they can't. If they dropped it off here in America, some of y'all would start reselling this stuff on eBay. They don't. They just drop it off in some third world country where they will actually use the clothes. This is the truth. He just confirmed it. He says people walk around Nigeria with jerseys and stuff on. They don't even know who they are. So when he's sitting here trying to tell us that they wear these jerseys because Jordan had a global impact, no, they're wearing the jerseys because they got dropped out of some U.S. Aid package ship, and they're just throwing it on because they don't want to walk around with rags and tags on. It's just a fact. Go look it up, y'all. This just is what it is. I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. I know this because I've seen it. Because as soon as I forgot what team, I think it was Duke in Wisconsin. I can't remember who it was. But as soon as somebody lost, bro, I'm talking about the losing team, all the gear that they print for the losing team is literally guarded by like security guards. They want to make sure they want to make sure nobody snatches none of that gear and starts to spread it around eBay or anything. I'm talking about as soon as the NCAA championship was over, all the losing team stuff was guarded by armed guards. Bro, this stuff is going to a third world country and y'all not doing anything to stop it. So I'm just telling y'all, this is facts.
5. I asked my barber, do you know who Michael Jordan is? He goes, yeah. I asked him about another NBA player. He's like, yeah, not really. I never heard of him. So we're talking about these guys because you play with MJ. That's number one. Number two, I think some of these guys, including Scottie Pippen and some of them, they don't even know that they're not even the main attraction. They're not even, like, I think they don't understand that, okay, y'all are not the main attraction here. Nobody is tuning into The Last Dance if Michael Jordan wasn't a part of it. Nobody. Now, yes, we wanted to know about Scottie. We wanted to know about this person. We want to know about that person. Fine. Because they contributed to the championship puzzle. But by and large, people tuned in because they wanted to hear about Michael Jordan. He's the one that makes $150 million every year for Jordan Brand. Do you know the highest paid athlete last year? Do you know who he was? Michael Jordan. Jordan was the highest earning athlete last year. Do you know who he was? Michael Jordan. Including all sports. He made the most money out of everybody. Playing, not playing. He's the number one. Google it. Who was the highest paid athlete in 2024? It will say Michael Jordan. That guy hasn't bounced the ball in 20 years. 20 years. He hasn't been at his peak or playing basketball like with the ball. How many going on 25 plus years? Going on 25 years or around 25 years? So what about 23, whatever the hell you want to. So what are we talking about here? The guy is keeping you relevant. And for Scottie to feel away, Scottie Pippen told on himself after the Last Dance docuseries. Because when he started going to Jordan, he was saying all kind of crazy things. He was selfish. He was a horrible player.
I want y'all to see what he's doing. He's still not talking about Horace Grant or Stacey King. He's just crying about Scottie Pippen. He's crying about Scottie Pippen because he knows Scottie Pippen and some of these guys that are now starting to speak up, they are the most credible. The worst thing that can happen to Jordan is if his teammates start to speak up and they're all in agreement. I want y'all to ask yourself one thing. How do we spot the liar? You know, if we have 15 players on a team and you have one player saying one thing and you have the other 14, including the coach, saying something completely different, but they're all in alignment and their version of events is completely different from your version of events, who's the liar? I just want y'all to ask yourself, whether you are a Jordan fan or not, why are they all saying the same thing? I mean, Craig Hodges, devout in his faith. I don't think he would just get on a podcast and lie. Stacey King, don't know why he would get up there and say that things in The Last Dance were capped. Horace Grant in 2020 has been saying that this Last Dance is fabricated to the highest degree. Luke Longley, Phil Jackson. Why is everybody saying this about The Last Dance? But people like, and Dreamers Pro, y'all, the saddest part about Dreamers Pro is that Dreamers Pro is now a part of the media. He is supposed to approach this with an unbiased lens. He's supposed to approach this and say, there are a lot of Chicago Bulls teammates. Okay. Maybe we'll exclude Scottie Pippen because we can clearly see that there's some type of vendetta that Pippen has. So just to balance the tides, let's just exclude Pippen. Let's look at what the others have to say. The guys that haven't showed that they have a vendetta against Jordan. And when you have this many other players speaking out publicly, from the Bill Winningtons to the Luke Longleys, when they're all speaking out publicly and they're all locking arm about the fact that The Last Dance was not accurate, why are you running around hell-bent on trying to defend Michael Jordan? They are hell-bent on defending Michael Jordan. I've been telling y'all, Jordan is a liar, right? I can even show y'all more film. And I'm gonna show you guys a clip. It's a very little scene clip. I actually had to dig through the trenches to get this clip. It's just Michael Jordan lying some more. Well, for one, this clip that I'm going to show you guys, it's going to show you how Michael Jordan's fans will lie about anything, and then also in this same clip we get another gem. Michael Jordan is lying again. Hold on, let me show y'all. I'm almost positive none of you guys have seen this clip, man. Let me put this clip up here. I might have to download it again. He said, yeah, no, MJ fans, but see, MJ's fans will lie even though the truth is just sitting right in their face. See, the nastiest part about MJ fans is that MJ fans will lie and with the hope that you won't go back and look. I see it all the time. And salute to Fluent, Sports Fluent, but he's one of those guys too. He will lie about a whole bunch of stuff. He will make some shit up. He will dress it up. Like, I did a video on Jordan getting benched in 92. Fluent said, Fluent, you know, Fluent will come on with the great beard and the proper, be more fluent, you guys. And that was just Jordan was just going to the bench his regular time. And, even though it's the NBA finals and even though you don't want to go to a game 7 against one of the best shooting teams in the league at the time, down 15, Phil Jackson just said, Jordan, just get your usual rest, Jordan. We're down 15. The bench guys got it. They want you guys to believe that in a Game 6 NBA Finals, that Phil Jackson went to Michael Jordan and said, you know what, Jordan? We're down 15. Go ahead and take your usual break. That's not what happened. How do we know it's not what happened? Because Jordan himself said that's not what happened. And there was a video I said, because Go James Kingdom actually sent me one video of Jordan talking about it in a documentary. But you know, the one thing I don't like about documentaries is you got too much time to think and say stuff, right? Because even in the documentary, Jordan admitted that he got benched. I like to go to what Jordan said right, a day or two after, when he don't have time to think of the implications of these things. What did he say about getting benched right in the moment? Because as I told you guys, and I was going to do a video on it, but I didn't do it. When Jordan got benched in 92, it was a headline story across all media publications for like 2 weeks. Jackie McCollum wrote about it. Michael Wilbon, who was calling for the firing of Phil Jackson if they would have lost to the Blazers, he wrote about it. Sam Smith asked Phil Jackson about it during the champagne popping. And Phil Jackson said, you know what? It was just a risky move I had to take, but we needed to go a different direction. Phil Jackson said it was a risky move we had to take. Again, we're talking about another instance where there's absolutely nobody in the world saying that Jordan sat on the bench because it was his typical resting period. Everyone in the world, every sports writer in the world, when they saw Jordan sitting on the bench that extended amount of time, said, what the hell is going on? Newspaper article after newspaper article after newspaper article. And so ultimately, and so this was around the time. So if y'all don't remember, in 92, they didn't do the finals MVP. Like when the finals MVP, they now do the finals MVP right there in the moment. Like literally right there during the trophy ceremony, like right there. But in 92, that's not how they did the finals MVP. In 92, they did the finals MVP a couple days after. And I'm going to show you guys Jordan accepting his finals MVP trophy and what he had to say. I want y'all to listen to it. It was a couple things in there. Let me give a shout out to that dude, Chris, with the $9.99 super chat, fire stream. Cool seeing you on YouTube Live. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. I'm trying to get these lives a little bit more and more often. But if you want to catch us live now, you got to go check us out on TikTok. Find me on TikTok, FYF Sports Debates. Make sure you follow me and Goat James Kingdom. We do a co-hosted live Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Before I drop this film, I need some of y'all. I got to do the Dr. Umar again. Hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal. Support FYF Sports, man. We're doing a lot. We're putting a lot of content in a lot of different places. We will be going live over here, right? Supports everything that we do, right? Make sure y'all hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal, hit the PayPal to support FYF Sports. All right, but let me get this video again for y'all. All right, here it is. I got it. MG says, I'm Cap King. I know. Okay. Let me share my screen. And we're going to cook on this. Let me share my screen. Now, this is Michael Jordan on 6/17/1992 accepting his finals MVP trophy. Remember, this is 2 days after the NBA Finals. This is 2 days after they beat the Pistons. Clark Ware says, do you have Zelle or Cash App? Yes, we do have Zelle. We do have Zelle, Clark Ware. I will drop that in the chat for you here in a second. I believe my Zelle is connected to my email address, which is fyfsportsdebates@gmail.com. But I don't remember. I'll have to double check here in a second. But appreciate the consideration, though, Clark Ware. Appreciate that. So this is Jordan accepting his trophy. Now, I want you guys to think. Okay, so let's just think about it. Like, remember, this is 2 days after they won the championship. Okay, now people like Sports Fluent will tell you guys the time that Jordan sat on the bench. Oh, it was normal. Okay. Now, right now, we got to just start using our thinking caps. If it was normal for Jordan to sit on the bench at that time, do you think that reporters would ask him about it while he's getting his finals MVP trophy? Right? If it was just so normal for Jordan to sit on the bench during that time, why would a reporter ask him about it? You know, it's normal for Willie to come up here and spaz out for LeBron. I don't have to ask him about it. I know he's going to come up here and spaz out about LeBron. When you do things normally, I don't have to ask about it. It's not a story. You know, tomorrow the sky is going to be blue. I don't have to ask anybody about if the sky is going to be blue tomorrow. It's normal, right? Let's hear what Jordan had to say about his extended time on the bench. All right. His thoughts on it.
I'm not even sit up and try to lie this time.
Michael, you are MVP of the championship series, but in game 6, in the middle of the game, you're on the bench in the third quarter. Who was the MVP then? Who stepped up for the team?
Scottie Pippen and our bench. I would think you have to give that whole credit to those 5 guys. Scottie Pippen was only started in the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter, along with 4 other guys from the bench. Those guys would be the MVP of that situation, you know, because without them going out there, laying it all on the court, laying it all.
Somebody said it's low. Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to turn it up some more. But look, this is the 90s, y'all. It's people like Willie. It's people like King Rowe. They all tell you that they watched. I got all types of equipment to clean up the audio and make this stuff better, and y'all still having a hard time hearing it. What you think they was doing? Hold on. Let me try to push this volume up. Hold on. Let's see what we can do. All right. Hopefully this works.
In the third.
I'm not even sit up and try to lie this time.
Michael, you are MVP of the championship series, but in game 6, in the middle of the game, you're on the bench in the third quarter. Who was the MVP then? Who stepped up for the team?
Scottie Pippen and our bench. I would think you have to give that whole credit to those 5 guys. Scottie Pippen was only started in the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter, along with 4 other guys from the bench. Those guys would be the MVP of that situation, you know, because without them going out there, laying it all on the court, laying it all with determination and hard work to get us back in a chance where I can get back out there and kind of redeem myself for falling asleep in the first half.
Oh, let me ask y'all a question. Jordan said he's glad that those guys were able to step up and play well so that he could redeem himself for how he played in the first half. Now, people like Sports Fluent and a lot of people who like to look at the stats, they all were running around saying Jordan played a really good game, man. He scored 33 points. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Tex Winters, according to Scottie Pippen, told Phil Jackson to take Jordan out of the game because he was disrupting the flow of the offense. And he was playing like garbage. No other Chicago Bulls teammate came out and said that was a lie. It's not been proven to be false. It's been reported on by almost every mainstream media outlet, and I'm assuming they fact-checked it as well. And now Michael Jordan himself just said, I was playing bad. Let me run that back.
Scottie Pippen was only started in the game at the beginning of the fourth quarter, along with 4 other guys from the bench. Those guys would be the MVP of that situation, because without them going out there, laying it all on the court, laying it all with determination and hard work to get us back in a chance where I can get back out there and kind of redeem myself for falling asleep in the first half, was an effort that you just can't overlook. And those guys deserve some recognition, and they did an excellent job. I think the fans as well knew the hard work that they saw on the basketball court, and they responded with all the cheers and the motivation.
Did Game 1 performance have any special meaning to you?
I think it showed everybody I can shoot. That was one of the weakest part of my games, and everybody wants me to shoot from the outside. And I think I kind of woke a lot of people up that on a given night I can shoot from outside. So you have to play all phases of my game, which enhances my offensive ability.
Does this team need to be tinkered with for next year at all, or would you like to see Captain Tack?
Well, I figured you guys are going to ask me some business questions here. I'm very happy to have the same 12 players back next year. I'm pretty sure from a business standpoint, some things are going to have to be done differently. I don't know what that is. That's not my profession, and it's certainly not my job. But as a player who just went through 2 championships with practically the same players, I don't see a reason for messing up success. I've always believed don't fix something that's not broken. So, we've done a great job with what we've had. We changed one player over the last couple of years. I hate to see a drastic change. You never know what can happen.
Michael, can you go back to the year of your foot injury, and there was some doubts about whether the team really wanted to win at that point as far as you playing in the playoffs, things like that. Did you have to kind of carry the whole franchise, the Jerrys, along with the 12 guys?
No, I never felt I had to carry the...
Hold on, y'all. Look at the media tearing down Jordan's teammates. They were even tearing down the Bulls' front office. So much so that they were saying it didn't even look like they were trying to win. You know what's odd? The same case can be made for LeBron James early in his career with Cleveland. Yet these Jordan fans who pretend that these things didn't happen when Jordan played, they don't judge them equally. LeBron, by his third, his fourth year, is supposed to win NBA championships. Jordan, by his third and fourth year, look what the media is saying. Oh, Jordan, you want to win. The organization didn't want to win. Listen to this stuff.
The whole franchise. I like to have thought of myself as an important part of the franchise, and my health was very, very important from what the Jerrys were basically telling me. So I think what I actually taught to the Jerrys, if I could teach them anything, was that I play this game for the love of the game and not for the financial situation. If I didn't get paid to play basketball, you can believe I'd be playing somewhere. I just so happen to be fortunate enough that it is a league, it is a business, and I can get paid to play the game. So I really don't think, I carry that in that sense. I like to feel that I was a part of it, and I'm pretty sure both Jerrys had a lot to do with it in terms of the decisions that they made from that point on. I think it was a collective situation.
Michael, considering all the turmoil that surrounded not going with the team to Washington last year, will you go to the White House this year?
I don't think the team's going because of our scheduling and Scottie Pippen and myself, as well as the election. I don't know. I don't think they're going to go. And if they would have won what I've done, I don't know. We never know now, will we?
Michael, after your career in the NBA is over, how serious are you about golf?
I don't know. I mean, right now, every person needs a driving force, and I'm a competitor, you know. And right now, basketball is a driving force for me. I try to exceed and stay on top of my game. Once I get out of basketball, I don't know if I'll ever get good enough to play professionally golf. But it's a driving force for me to go out and enjoy myself and be competitive at it. If I never get good enough, you know, I'm not going to step in an arena that I'm not ready for. So it determines on how well and how much improvement I have in the game of golf itself. But I would love to do it. That's just the competitive attitude that I have.
What's your handicap now?
I don't have a handicap. Jerry Rice said I'm the only guy that.
And we almost wrapping this up. Hold on. We got JP in the chat. He says, goodness, every time this channel is on Jordan. JP. I don't see you in the chat when we talking about the draft. I didn't see you in the chat when we did our preseason predictions. Every time we talking about something that's not related to Jordan or LeBron, you guys are never here. I see Juan Boy here. Juan Boy's here for both. Right? Ghost 2000. I see him in all the content that we push out. Where are you when we give you the diverse content? Where are y'all? Because on YouTube, JP, you have an opportunity. Before you click on a video, you can see the title. And you can see exactly what we're talking about before you click the video. So you should ask yourself, JP, why did you click the video? If this is the same thing that we talk about all the time, why did you click? You know, these phones are very easy devices to use because you can just scroll. And you just scroll. And when you see something you like, you tap the screen. Well, you need to ask yourself, JP, why did you tap the screen? Y'all need to stop crying about the content and actually try to engage in it. Because when y'all start running from the content, it just tells me that I'm right. When y'all come in here and y'all don't engage in the conversation, but you cry about the topic, it just tells me I'm right. And when I go to other channels who are on the other side of the coin and they want to make, I mean, at least if you're on a running count for this year for Dreamers Pro, he's going on over 300 videos about LeBron James. Don't see you crying about his content. '93 I mean, he's about to put his kids through college because of LeBron James. Don't see you crying over there. Don't come over here crying about the conversation. And see, look, people like JP, look, this ain't TikTok over here. You can't say stuff and you can't just type stuff and say stuff and then the live comes down. We can just laugh at you. Now that you got exposed, now he goes straight to the homoerotic innuendos. Look at this, y'all. Look at it. This is what they do. We have y'all playbook. We have y'all playbook. Y'all go straight. Remember what I said, y'all. When you type this in, no, 3-point guy. 93A is funny. 93A is content creation, man. I give him 100. But look at JP, y'all. JP went straight to the homoerotic innuendos. I don't even know how y'all type this in a sentence because I keep telling y'all to type this stuff, you have to envision and think of this stuff. I want you to think about this. When he thought that it would be comical and funny to type this in, he had to envision this activity in his mind. So he envisioned it. He says, I need to type this in because I think it'll be funny. Or maybe you envision it because Maybe this is a part of your day-to-day activities. I don't know why you envision it. There's a lot of crackbacks. There's a lot of jokes that you can throw. You know, there's some people that crack back at my hairline and all types of stuff. Do like sports and fitness rants. It's soft feminine body, which that is even along the lines of homoerotic nature. But you guys got to be mindful of the fact that, look, when you come to FY Sports, we really trying to make y'all better people. This should not be the first thing that comes to your mind when we talking basketball. When was the last time you're on a basketball court and you start yelling out stuff? If somebody fouls you, imagine this: we hooping, Johnny, me and you hooping. Somebody comes across and fouls Johnny fouls a guy, and as soon as Johnny fouls a guy, the man starts saying, "Man, I'm sucking dick and all this cock sucking." What are you doing, man? What's going on? Hold on. I just fouled you, man. It's okay. My bad. I just fouled you. Calm down. I just fouled you. This is what y'all be like. None of this stuff work in it don't work in day to day. Hey, Johnny, me and Johnny hooping. Hey, Johnny accidentally fouled you. You get up saying stuff like this. It's a part of y'all day-to-day life, man. Now, look, I got nothing against that community. But come on, man. It's basketball, man. Leave that where it needs to be, man. All right? Come on. Let's listen to Jordan, because Jordan still has one more lie to get out. After I get this last Jordan lie out, we're going to drop the link. We're going to bring y'all up to cook, man. JP, I hope you come up here as well. Look, man, not trying to offend you. That's part of your day-to-day activities. It's just not what we do over here at FYF Sports, man. Please, all right? You know, hard fouls don't call for homoerotic responses. You know, don't do that. Now, or you could do like sports and fitness rants, and you could just come straight all the way out the closet. Willie just admitted it the other day on TikTok. What did I ask Willie on TikTok, y'all? I said Willie, because Willie said, "Yeah, I love sports fitness rants." And I asked Willie, I said, "Willie, I said, that must mean you have a hard feminine body, or no, a hard masculine body." And Willie said, "Yeah, I got a hard masculine body for sports and fitness rants." We all were surprised. He said he has a hard masculine body for sports and fitness rants. Willie just said, "You know what? Y'all cannot use this against me no more. I'm just going to come all the way out." And Willie came out. That's what Willie said. I keep telling y'all, that's not what we, hold on. One boy, you in the chat, am I lying? If anybody who was there, am I lying? These are his words. He says, I have a hard masculine body for sports and fitness rants. Bro, we almost shut down the whole TikTok.
Teach in terms of a handicap lower than higher. So I'm not taking a handicap right now.
Michael, we'd like to see you stay around forever, but have you thought about the day you're going to have to walk away from all this?
No, sometimes it's hard to say walk away from something that you love so much. At some point in time, I'm going to have to realize that my abilities are not the same, and maybe I don't have the love that I had in the past. But when I walk away, I like to think that this game is going to continue on. The players in the city of Chicago is going to continue on. Hopefully, the winning tradition is going to continue on. But when I walk away from the game, I will have no remorse, no regrets at all. I think the game has meant a lot to me, has benefited me as much as maybe I've benefited it. But I walk away with a lot of pride and my head held high, because it was a privilege for me to play in the NBA, and certainly a privilege to play here in the city of Chicago. I have 4 years on my contract right now, and I'm looking forward to finishing out those 4 years and evaluate my love at that particular time for the game. I don't want to make a promise when actually.
Jordan said he retired because he lost his love for the game. but a little bit less than a year removed from, or a little bit, he retired from the game a little bit more than a year from now. Jordan told the people, look, y'all, because remember, y'all, look, if we're going to hold LeBron to a standard of what he says at press conferences, if what he says at pep rallies, Jordan said, it is my intent to finish out the remaining 4 years on my contract. Right? He doesn't want to be one of those guys that retires and comes back and retires and comes back because he lost the love, got it back, lost the love, got it back, lost the love, got it back. No, Jordan said he didn't want to be one of them guys. He says, my full intention is to finish out these 4 years, and then we'll reevaluate things. That's what he says. But that's not what happened. Just like when Jordan said, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. He didn't live up to that expectation. And also when he said that he told the people in Chicago, I intend to play the remaining 4 years. That means he's not really considering retirement until 1996. He says then he will reevaluate it. That's not what happened. We saw Jordan step away from the game, come back, step away from the game, and come back again. How many times does Jordan get to reevaluate everything? He gets to reevaluate, come back, reevaluate. And also, if it's about holding, right? I mean, and this is in the sense because I'm going to be more lenient on something like this. I'm going to understand that sometimes dynamics in your life can change. And so when LeBron goes to Miami, I understand it. When he leaves and goes back to Cleveland, I understand it. When he goes to LA, I also understand that dynamic as well. I try to be more reasonable. Can Jordan fans please explain to me why you guys have lost reason? Why? So when LeBron is at a prep rally and he says not 1, not 2, not 3, y'all are acting like he is reading you the codes to life, or I don't know. Y'all acting like I don't know. Y'all holding it. It has to be fact. I mean, y'all literally just said the man don't dive into politics, but we literally just said he just literally said in this same press conference, I'm not going to the White House. And they didn't go to the White House the year before because of politics. So Jordan did dive into politics. You guys lied there. So the fans will lie and Jordan will lie. And I think the fans got the lying from Jordan. Jordan lies a lot, so they lie a lot. Jordan lied in The Last Dance. He said he didn't want to do the documentary. Stacey King just exposed, no, you went and sought out this film and bought it from the NBA. You lied there. Horace Grant says, they chopped and screwed everything that we all said. You lied there. What's up? What can y'all please explain to me what's going on, man? He lied on Horace Grant. He said that Horace Grant went to Sam Smith and aired out a whole bunch of the Bulls' laundry to Sam Smith so he could write the Jordan rules. Horace Grant said, no, you lied on me there. Horace Grant also said, well, you lied on me about the airplane incident. Why is everybody saying that Jordan's a liar? This is not me saying it. This is these people saying it. I'm just sitting back to evaluate it. Everybody's lying on Jordan. According to Jordan fans, everybody's just lying on him. Everybody is now signed by Clutch Sports. Everybody now is in the pocket of LeBron James. And everybody now has the hidden agenda to try to make LeBron James the GOAT. I know Nick Apocalypse, not JP trying to say stuff to try to clear his name up. But JP, it's going to be hard for you to redeem your reputation in here because now we know who you really are, man. And again, JP, just like your name is mixed up with letters and alphabets, you are just now embedded in that community. I mean, maybe you can undo that by hitting the link when I drop the link here in a second, and you pull up. But until that happens, I don't know. I just think we're gonna kind of look at you like a clown, man. All right, let me drop this link, man. Let's go ahead and cook, man. Not sure how much longer we're going to be live, but we definitely going to get y'all up here to cook on this, man. Hit the link to join the panel. And then also, before you hit that link, make sure you support the channel by, in my Dr. Umar voice, hit the PayPal to support the channel. Also, I know a guy was asking about the Zelle before. And yes, the Zelle is linked to, and I'll double check here. The Zelle is linked to my email address, fyfsportsdebate@gmail.com. And I'll put it in the chat for y'all. But I would much rather prefer PayPal, right? Because we can keep the FYF funds separate. I want to keep the FYF funds separate. I'm not like Dr. Umar. I try not to mix the funds up. I like to keep the FYF money separate. Hit the PayPal to support. Salute the twin, man. Mahari, we got Juan Boy, and we got Olo. What's good, y'all?
What's good?
What's
the
good,
word?
man? Chilling, bro.
What y'all got on the top?
What's up, man?
I'll go first. I think a lot of the stuff that we saw today, it really vindicates Scottie Pippen in my eyes, because remember, Pippen was pretty much one of the first people to call out the hypocrisy and a lot of the contradictions and lies in the documentary. And at the time, I admit I was one of those people too that didn't want to believe it either. But then as time has progressed and more people started to come out with the same stories, the same consistency, it started to tell a pattern. And I started to realize, you know what? Something's up here. Something doesn't seem right to how Jordan portrays it in comparison to what his teammates are talking about. And his teammates are saying the exact same thing. So it's kind of like read the room and then look at what the information is telling you, in a sense. That's how I kind of look at it.
What you got on
I
this
look
one,
at
boy?
I look at it like this. Hold on, because I'm at work, because I'm leaving as soon as I give my take. I look at it like this. Are we shocked? Like, people who really go back and look at that time, I know I've come to the realization that Jordan has always been a media-driven phenomenon and GOAT, that all the accusations of Jordan fans are always an admission, because at the end of the day, he tore down his teammates in The Last Dance. He was a bully behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, the way they sit here and say we uplift LeBron over everybody and don't give his teammates any credit, Jordan fans and Jordan himself have done that his entire career, and they've done that Jordan's entire career. And even after he's finished playing, they've continued to do it. They tore down Scottie Pippen and his teammates, even though they have all come out and have said the exact same thing. I guarantee you're going to have somebody come up here, Lamont, and say everything you said is a lie, even though you're playing everybody's words on the topic. The people who were omitted from the documentary, and the people who are sitting here basically saying verbatim what you're saying, you're still going to have people out here who are going to sit here and say you're lying because you hate Jordan, even though you're just playing back what people said at the time. So again, it doesn't matter, because the truth is the truth, and everything in the dark comes to light. I'll holler at y'all. I'll be in the cloud.
Salute to Twin Man, man. Salute to Twin Man. Wild Boy, man. What's good, man?
What's good, man? How y'all brothers feeling?
Hold on. Can I say one thing to JP? Because I saw JP's profile. So JP, I know you're out in Florida, right? Now, JP, You just said in the comments you can't pull up because you're in a lounge. And Florida is notorious for having those lounges, right? So make sure you're not at the Lucky Star Lounge. You're not at the Garage. You're not at the Men's Emporium. It's a lot of bars. Like it's a lot of like it's odd that you said you at a lounge in the middle of the day, man. That's kind of highly suspicious, man, especially with you being out in Florida where they are known to have those types of establishments, man. That's a very odd place to be in the middle of the day. Oddly enough, that's just typically the time that y'all typically try to hang out because, you know, you got to try to sneak off there midday, get home. You know, you're trying to hide that lifestyle. JP, just come on up here on the panel. Come on up here on the panel. And just come on, just like Go James Kingdom said, man, just get out the closet. You don't have to hide the fact that you're at the Lucky Star Lounge or that you're at the Garage. You know, just come up here and let the people know here live on FYF Sports, man. It's cool. And we still gonna rock with you. You know, it's crazy. Go ahead and cook though, man.
Yeah, JP stand for Jordan Police. But yeah, man,
It's all right, JP. We won't hurt your feelings, bro. We won't hurt your feelings. We're just gonna counter all your lies with common logic. That's all. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, bro. What this topic is, it's not known to the real basketball fans. You know what I'm saying? And I think it also trickles down into how a lot of us perceive him outside of basketball. You know, like his integrity as a man. And you know what I'm saying? Like. Nobody had. I don't think any of all those teammates' stories correlate with one another. Nobody has come out and said, "Oh, Scottie is live." Nobody came out and checked Scottie when he said, "Oh, Michael Jordan, he was all one-on-one. He was a horrible player." You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody check him on that because you can't. You know what I'm saying? We go back to the '80s and we see all of that Scottie was talking about. But you know, it's. It's like I said, this ain't nothing new, man. And you know the crazy thing is like all these guys claim to be Jordan aficionados and all of that. This is new to them. This is the first time they probably watching that press conference from the '92 finals. So you know what I mean. It's just more exposure for them that they lack the basketball knowledge to deal with the guys the likes of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I say, I had a guy on TikTok adamantly saying Jordan was playing good. Jordan said right there in that press conference. And what he said aligns with why Scottie Pippen said he was removed from the game. Jordan said he was playing bad. Right? He said he was playing bad. And he said he says by them coming back, it allowed him to redeem himself for playing bad. Don't know why why would Jordan say that? And I don't know why would they ask him about that if going to the bench wasn't that big of a deal, if it was just normal, man. So yeah, I mean, people just gonna fight the facts, man. They're gonna fight.
Yeah, you don't put your
system.
star player on the bench when you're down double digits
In the NBA finals.
And nah, you just don't do that man. in a must-win game. Because wasn't it gonna go back to Portland? Yeah, because the last game was always the away game.
Imagine that game versus Detroit in 07. Brian go off in the fourth, and Ty Lue said, "Hey, Brian, man, we got to sit you to start overtime, man. You tired." Man,
yeah,
what, man?
That's not happening. They lose that game if LeBron sits the bench.
Oh man, hold on. We're gonna pull. We're gonna. Let me go to DD real quick, man. I haven't seen him up here, man. DD, man, what's good?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Good. Yes, sir.
What's the topic though? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
No, I said, what's the topic?
No, the topic is Kevin Durant and we was really just cooking it up on Kevin Durant and his move to the Houston Rockets.
Oh, that's the topic, man. I don't really follow Kevin Durant like that. I'm a fan of his game, but that moving, that's out of control. You know, I don't think he's gonna do nothing with them. It's just like, you know, he's trying to win. I get it, but like, he's not a leader, bro. You know, he's not gonna. I mean, them young boys, they're gonna hoop, you know, but they're not gonna go nowhere because the West is packed.
And how you feel about that tweet? How do you feel about that tweet that KD sent out when KD said he wanted to I don't know what LeBron did to piss him off, but he said he he wants to get in the ring and box with LeBron, man. How you feel about that? I don't think he can win a boxing match with LeBron.
That's ridiculous, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna win against. That's funny, but I mean, with all due respect, I don't see that happening. But if that do happen,
Yo, bro, you know he's trolling you right now, right?
Lamont, why would you lie? Why would you lie?
That
in
is
front
not
of
the
this man,
topic
bro?
of the
No,
show
bro.
when KD did not say that about LeBron.
DD, this is not.
Come on, man.
LeBron just basically trolled you,
He
bro.
just basically
Well,
told us he just basically had you tell us you ain't no real basketball fan because you don't even follow KD.
no, I do. Hey, but hey, no, I'm gonna keep it.
You just say so how you ain't know he was lying?
No, I mean, because I don't follow the other.
Yeah, but if Kevin Durant says he wants to fight LeBron
Bro,
James,
you just said you
hold on, y'all. Let's not kill him, man. Hold on, I'm just messing with DD. Hold on, I'm just messing with him, y'all. Let's not kill him.
Lamont was basically trolling you, dog. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you out.
All right, only because
I was just messing with him. Salute to DD for pulling up, man. Hold on, DD, I'm coming right back to you. I'm gonna come right back to you. Hold on.
Help out DD, man.
Let's go to GOAT James Kingdom.
Shit.
What your thoughts on this, man? GOAT James Kingdom. He's gonna be live tomorrow. If y'all think y'all can expose him, he's gonna be Friday night exposure. He's gonna be live tomorrow, where a lot of you guys will just hang out in the comments and not hit the link. Hopefully, some of y'all will, like JP, will hit the link. But GOAT James Kingdom. What's your thoughts, man?
Lamont, I was hoping they were going to hit the link for them to explain to us the 90s, right? So that we don't got it confused because Stacey King's a liar, right? Horace Grant's a liar, right?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen, we know Scottie Pippen's a liar. So who's supposed to help us understand what happened in the 90s right now but us? I mean, I feel like the Zesty Jeffries is doing us a disservice right now because I would like to know more about the Chicago Bulls team. And, I thought about this. It was funny that Horace Grant was stating how he kept refusing the interview to do this documentary. And I thought to myself, oh, but wait a minute. Why are you interviewing Horace Grant? He wasn't on the 98 team. So if The Last Dance was film footage that's like you just, let's just say Stacey King is right, that they bought the film from the NBA, which is basically the film from The Last Dance, right? Which should be from 1998. But I thought it was from Phil Jackson. I thought Phil Jackson hired a film crew to film him that season. So maybe he might be talking about all the other stuff that they took from the NBA because in reality, it was unnecessary. It's true. Stacey King said the 93 Bulls had nothing to do with the 98 Bulls. It was a completely different team. And he's completely correct.
It's a fact.
So you have Horace Grant, who's doing a favor to one of his buddies, which is Stacey King, who has a great podcast. We've been subscribed to them, right? All the Bulls show up on Stacey King's podcast. You know the only one Bull that never showed up on Stacey King's podcast?
Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
And here's the other thing. He hasn't showed up on the All the Smoke podcast either.
Well, I get that because Michael Jordan's too big to just pop up on any podcast. But since we all supposed to know basketball, right? Which is another thing I find funny about Michael Jordan fans. They're not even Chicago Bulls fans. So if there's a Chicago Bulls player from Jordan's three-peat team that has a podcast that's kind of popular, shouldn't Jordan make an appearance some way, somehow, whether he doesn't even have to, like, he can just do it on the phone. That's not even hard to do. That's just to show love and appreciation to his teammates. If Jordan was really that cool dude that Dreamers Pro was screaming that he was for the Bulls, it don't make no sense. He doesn't have a relationship with nobody on the team. It doesn't make sense.
Johnny,
and then,
Johnny, ain't he still the Bulls play-by-play commentator too?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yes, indeed. Stacey King still has a job with the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
He's been doing that for a while. In fact, he was there when they did that horrible. But the Bulls fans did that. Now, obviously, the Zesty Jeffries were all completely a part of this. When they booed Jerry Krause's Jerry Krause's wife during the ceremony because Jordan won't come out and just say, "Hey, these are my guys," and just admit to whatever flaws that his teammates are saying about him. Like, I just don't understand it. Like it's clear as day from this little interview that Jordan was completely involved in everything that happened with the documentary. And now we're supposed to be vindicated for this because they've been telling us we've been lying when we said Jordan was the guy who was in control of all of this. He was editing everything, a part of every aspect of it. It don't make no sense. And another thing is crazy too, Lamont. I know you stepped away for a little bit, but why is this even bigger news than Kawhi Leonard's situation?
That's
why
a
are we
very
mad
good
at
question.
Horace Grant? Since they're old, bitter men, why are y'all worrying about what they say about Michael Jordan? But Kawhi Leonard out here doing some real wicked things. And it's not really Kawhi Leonard, but I'm just saying the Clippers are doing some wicked things. But we're going to get back to the Zesty Jeffries. Where y'all at? Help us understand this because Horace Grant, Stacey King, Scottie Pippen, Craig Hodges, Luke Longley, right? Who else has come out and also talked about how this documentary has been horrible to the team? Scott Williams.
Then Steve Kerr
BJ Armstrong, Steve Kerr, another one who said something. Ron Harper has said stuff as well.
Hey, woo.
Y'all said Tony Kukoc?
Woo.
I haven't heard nothing from Tony Kukoc. If you're saying Tony Kukoc, add Tony Kukoc to the scenario.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. It looks like Mahari's taking care of a baby. But hey,
because Tony Kukoc was part of that crew.
But it's true. It's crazy how Luke Longley said they didn't even reach out to him. Like, how did you not reach out to Luke Longley? He was a part of the 98 team. He was the starting center. He was on the starting team. And then Creepers Pro had the nerve to say nobody knows these players, right? And all this other nonsense, which is why they're upset. You should know them. It wasn't just Michael Jordan. That's what they're trying to explain to you. Everything about what the Bulls were was not just Michael Jordan. Your obsession with Michael Jordan is not the Bulls. Obviously, majority of Jordan fans ain't Bulls fans. So y'all don't give two craps about the Bulls. And get mad at the players who were there. Right. And everything that they're talking about. And mind you, this is different than somebody giving you their opinion about who's the better player. They're telling you their experience on a roster, on a team, what happened on a day-to-day basis. And they're all upset because at the end of the day, yes, they disrespected Scottie. Scottie's back injury should have been said, yo, Scottie was a warrior for stepping up. Any other player would have just took the season off, but Scottie said, nah, I'll come back for the sake of the team. But instead, what did Jordan call him? Selfish. And then the Zesty Jeffries run with it.
And the crazy thing about it, not even to be trolling, like Scottie hurt his back cleaning up Jordan's mess up.
Well, that's not really true. I was gonna tell you something about that, Juan boy. Scottie Pippen had a bad back his rookie season. A lot of people don't know that. Scottie Pippen, after his rookie season, had back surgery. So Scottie's always had back issues. Remember, Scottie sprouted very, very quickly too in his life as well. He went from being like a 6'4" guy to like 6'7", 6'8" within like a year.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, I get you, Juan boy. Yes, Scottie did a lot of things for Jordan, and he might have tweaked his back a little bit too for Jordan as well. Pause. Not in no other way. Not the way JP doing right now at the lounge.
Yeah. You know what lounge he at too.
Well, can I say this too real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hold on. You see, the thing is though, bro, like when I look at this situation, in fact, though, like it really puts in the light on how the fact that Scottie Pippen sacrificed so much for this team. He really sacrificed so much to basically help the Bulls win, but he basically never got the credit for it. And really, that documentary in and of itself really portrayed the fact that they try to portray Pippen as a selfish basketball player, yet he took a bad contract, went through various, trade rumors started by Krause, and basically took a lot of crap for no freaking reason. It just literally is ridiculous.
Let's get 3P God's comment up here. He said Jerry Krause broke up a dynasty and still shouldn't had booed his wife. But again, he didn't break up the dynasty. Jordan broke up the dynasty.
Thank you.
That's who broke up the dynasty. Jordan broke up the dynasty. If Jordan is the dynasty, if Jordan's not there, what dynasty do you have? Exactly. Jerry Krause didn't kick Jordan out the door. Jerry Krause didn't send Jordan anyway. They were going to re-sign Jordan again for another $30 million. which is ridiculous because nobody back then was even making over 10 in a year. Jordan was making 30 in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was to keep him from going to the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Not because that's what his salary required.
Hey, Johnny, Santa Claus said you lying.
Of course they say I'm lying. They won't come up here and actually tell us what was the truth. Didn't they just call Horace Grant a liar? Didn't they just call Stacey King a liar? But they won't come up here and tell us the truth. Well, tell us what the truth is. Come tell us the truth. I would love to hear the truth. Please come explain to us what the truth is. Because when we read the truth, y'all get mad at us. When we hear the truth, y'all get mad at us. Now they won't hit the link. Lamar set the link again. Make sure they get the link.
I'll drop it again.
But the other thing too here is that Michael could have played for another team or he could have played for another coach. He just chose not to. Yet they want to always put LeBron James as the guy who's the coach killer. But at the same time, you made it clear to the crowds you will not go play with no other coach other than Phil Jackson.
And Viz, stop acting like a bitch, man. You have came up here and said the most wildest things ever. Y'all say we mute y'all because y'all don't have etiquette. Y'all don't know how to go back and forth and have a conversation.
Yeah.
The only time y'all go back and forth is when y'all at a lounge at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Damn. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Like the Ticket TV stuff?
Oh, and Lamont, you got to send me that video of Michael Jordan talking about how he was considered a bad shooter as far as 1992. Please send that to me. Send it on WhatsApp because there won't be no issue. Send it on WhatsApp. Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear Jordan say his most vindicated feeling of that 92 back-to-back championship was proving people that he can shoot the basketball from the perimeter?
Lamont, didn't he just say that was his weakness?
Yep.
He did.
Of course it was. We all knew it was his weakness. Yeah. We all knew it was his weakness.
I thought they said Jordan had no weaknesses.
It's clear Jordan had weaknesses.
And I think we all can I think as Jordan progressed in his career, his mid-range shot got better. And I think by 96, I think because his athleticism waned, he needed to find another weapon to attack people with. So he started to master. But I don't think
shooting a 12-foot mid-range shot is not impressive. That's what they like. They be showing video. It's not impressive, bro. This dude is taking 10-foot, 8-foot mid-range jumpers from the baseline. Like that's not really that impressive. He's not taking like difficult shots. If you know the defender's there and they can't jump as high as you, you're just gonna get that shot up. It's not that difficult. And he was only efficient for 1 year with it by records. And that was late in his career because he couldn't dribble anymore. I mean, he wasn't athletic anymore. So his first step wasn't good enough. His dribble step definitely wasn't good enough. So what I'm going to do, turn my back to the basket, right, Lamont? If you can't dribble, you ain't fast. What do you do, Lamont?
Mm-hmm.
When you play somebody on the basketball court, Lamont, we just go play basketball somewhere. And you get some 45-year, 50-year-old man. Is he out here facing everybody up, crossing them? Or what does he do normally?
That motherfucker, he's shooting.
He turns his back or he just shoots the exactly. He turns his back.
That's the first thing they do. That's what I'm saying. When you can't move, when you can't dribble, your natural inclination is to turn your back to protect the ball.
Try to post somebody else. Magic was doing the same thing to Jordan in the finals.
Yeah, because Magic lost his athleticism and his dribble skills wasn't as great as they wanted to make it seem, but it's fine. But it is what it is. It was good enough for his era. It was good enough for his era. He could get to the spot. That's what I always tell people. You got to get to the spot as a dribbler. So Magic could definitely get to the spot.
You post him up. Simple.
You just turn your back. That's what people who can't dribble and who got no athleticism. You turn your back.
Well, let me say this though too. I'm actually very interested, Lamont. I'm actually very interested what this bombshell announcement is going to be. You know, when all the stuff's going to hit the fan.
I'm not saying nothing.
I know you're not. I know you're not. But I'm actually I'm very excited about what's going to happen.
Hold on. Just know that Jordan on NBC is gonna lead right to it. Once you see Jordan on NBC a few times, it's gonna lead right to it. Don't worry, it's coming very soon. That's when all the zesty Jeffries see Jordan on television talking positive of players, including LeBron. That's when you're gonna see it. That's when you're gonna see it. It's gonna.
There we go. That's why I'm gonna order Peacock for that reason. I'm gonna order Peacock so I can actually.
You should already have Peacock. Listen, I don't even know why y'all complaining. Lamont, let me ask you a question, Lamont. When DirecTV had the NFL package, did you hear any NFL fan complain about DirecTV cost, prices, the difficulty of getting satellite on their building or on their roof? None of that to watch football.
Right.
And it was $300, and it was like $300 a month. I mean, $300 a year, something like that. These dudes are complaining about subscribing to Peacock, which allows you not only to watch basketball games, but you get to watch all kind of shows and TV. Like
it's actually not a bad app. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a decent app. It's not bad.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like $10 a month, $15 a month. Prime is like $50. You should already have Prime. I don't understand how y'all don't have Prime. Amazon deliver millions of packages within hours. I don't understand how you don't have Prime. That's easy access. You have more access to NBA games than we ever had in history. I might be able to watch Miami Heat without cable this year. This is great.
I don't know here in Arizona, the new owner of the team basically said, ain't none of the games gonna be behind the paywall. He said he making all the Suns games free to watch. Like they make trying to make it more visible.
Are Peacock and Prime games gonna black out regional games? Is that how that works? Like, because I wonder that works. Because I wonder, like right now, right tonight, Prime is going to be doing Thursday night football, right? I live in Miami, so if the Dolphins are playing, I think the game is still on. I don't think they block out the game because I live in Miami.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think the blackout.
Because I think that's only for like cable or national television broadcast. But being that Prime is all streaming services, I don't think they're limited or restricted by law.
I use Sling TV a lot.
No, but that's like a cable service.
You said what?
But that's a cable. No, but that's a cable service. That's different. That's kind of like a cable service.
Sling's like an app. Sling's it's an app.
But it provides channels. Prime doesn't do that. Prime Videos is just its own. You see what I'm trying to say? Like they don't have cable channels.
So yeah, it might not.
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. And same thing with Peacock, because Peacock is also the same thing. If I pay for Peacock and the Heat are playing on Monday night, which we know Monday night's going to be only on Peacock, I should be able to watch it, right? I hope so. I mean, I still got my ways of watching it, but yeah. Oh, that's another thing too, Lamont. I wanted to talk about that. You see how they struck down Stream East, right?
Yeah, I heard they got rid of Stream East, man.
Of course, football just started. Football's about to start tonight. They're not about to let y'all stream.
I feel like it's gonna be back next.
I get it,
Johnny, Lamont. This ain't the first time they did this. Every time they do this, the Stream East is back up working again. They change a little 2 letters at the end of the link, and it's right back up again. So I'm not really buying this.
I never heard of it. It was shut down. I never heard of it. People said it was shut down.
You remember when LeBron? They did it when LeBron was using it. You remember when LeBron got caught using it at a high school game?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
That was like 2 years. That was 2 years ago. They shut it down for like a couple months, and it was back up again. They just changed the name at the end.
So I guess all those stories about LeBron being cheap is true, because if LeBron uses Stream East to watch games on his tablet,
I'm gonna tell you why though. It's because what's happening is these streaming services is making it like, yeah, you can watch the game a lot, like you can watch the games easier, but like they're kind of making it confusing, because like to watch this team, I got to go to this app. To watch this team, I got to go to this app. You know, the WNBA is the worst with it. I mean, I'm talking about they whole league is
they're terrible, bro.
Amongst like 15 different apps and paywalls. And it's just like, bro, I got to do all, like even one of the WNBA players' moms was complaining about it. She was like, I gotta have like 7 different apps just to watch my daughter play. And it's just like, she's like, this is no, but she's right though. I just think that what you can, I think it can backfire on you. Yeah, the games are more accessible, but I'm not trying to have 7 different apps to watch the NBA. Like I want to have one universal place where I go, like kind of when the NCAA tournament, you go one place, watch all the games.
Everybody don't want to pay.
If you get the NBA, League Pass is cheap. It's not even expensive.
League Pass is cheap. Yeah, I have League Pass.
Yeah, but
y'all spend more. Listen, y'all spend more money on a McDonald's meal than you would on actually getting the NBA League Pass, bro.
They need to bring it back. They need to bring it back to $14.99.
If you get League Pass, if you get League Pass through Sling TV, I believe it's only like $30-something a month. Like they have like a special.
Man,
League Pass, NBA TV, League Pass. Like
You
they'll
can get it
mix in
straight
with
off
the
of
video.
NBA.com, bro. On NBA.com, it's like $16.99 a month. I swear for a little, and that's only while the season
Yeah,
is going.
right. They brought it up. They
Yeah,
brought
they
it up
don't.
to a couple dollars.
They don't charge you. Yeah, but I mean, what you do? You don't want the league to eat? Come on now, bro. Like the league got to eat.
That is true.
But they
No, that's
true.
like,
it doesn't cost very
come
much.
on, man. It don't cost that much, bro. 16. Y'all really act like $16.99 is a lot of money. That's nothing in today's society. That's really nothing. It's nothing. Like I said, man, you go order a Big Mac right now, supersize. It's damn near $16.
$20. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right,
$30 is
right.
crazy
I
though.
stopped doing
Lamont,
it.
$30 is crazy. What?
I've been cooking.
$30.
Lately, I've been trying to cook my own stuff because, man, I see these prices, man. I'm like, bro, I might as well just cook.
Oh, look, okay, let me
You
go.
might,
All right, so
yeah,
they charge.
I'm
Hold
the
on, wait,
same way
Lamont.
too.
Oh wait, Lamont. It's $110 for the season, which is 5 months.
It's like what, 20 a month?
Exactly. If you want to do a month, it's $16.99 a month. If you just want to do it for the month, or you can just pay a one-time fee for the year for $199.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
it don't. And if you want like the premium, that's more because you can add more devices and stuff
But
like
go,
that.
James.
But
That's the problem. That's a lot to like the Zesty Jeffries who really don't watch the game. If they only running around watching one or two games every 2 months and everything else they just getting from clutch points.
Lamont caught what
That's
I'm
all.
putting down. Lamont caught what I'm
Lamont,
putting down.
you know what? Now that you say that too, that's another thing that SD Jeffries never put into their context. When Craig Hodges said that Jordan talking about teammates being on coke and having strippers or whatever, all these women in the hotel room, how that would reflect on their family. These are grown men in their 50s now, that their kids and their grandkids never knew of this lifestyle that they had. And here is Jordan on national television, right? Telling everybody these dudes, but it's true. It's like they don't get that because again, Zesty Jeffries don't take care of their kids, so that never really caught it. They don't sit down, watch the games, or watch they wasn't sitting around with their family watching this. They, just like the guy, what's that dude named the David guy that interviewed Scottie Pippen. He said it. Me and my buddies got together. I called my buddies up. We were watching it every Tuesday. We were watching. He didn't sit and watch it with his family. He didn't watch it with his children. You see what I'm saying? So like they don't even really get it, man. It's a sad scenario with these SD Jeffries, man. I really wish I can help them, but in reality, I don't care. I don't care about them, so I'm just gonna destroy their livelihood. They're gonna, because their whole life is predicated on the GOAT debate. They wake up every day thinking about the GOAT debate. They get mad at me about it, but I tell them at least I make money off of it, and at least I'm somebody of credibility. I'm shocked at who I became in the social media landscape. Jesse Jeffries are scared of me for real, Lamont. They scared. That dude who has that channel, just say you hate basketball, he hasn't responded yet. When he initiated a debate, he said he wanted to debate us, and I told him what time and date. It's been over 48 hours. He has not responded. Just say you
is that
hate
what
basketball.
you sent me? No, hold on. No. Yep. That guy, because I think you sent me the voice. Like that guy. I was trying to get him. I messaged him on TikTok. Remember during our first live stream, first live on TikTok, I had hit him up. I was like, look, we about to go live. I said, you can debate Go James Kingdom. That's the same guy. He pulled up into the chat for like 5 minutes because I hit him right before we went live. And I said, look, Go James Kingdom is here. You can debate him. He pulled up for like 5 minutes and then got the hell up out of there. His name is Ghost or something on TikTok.
Yeah, is that dude who says just say you hate basketball? Is that him?
You got like
you're talking.
I know the
you're
face.
talking about you're talking about the dude with the gold teeth and the dreads who talk real crazy with the cockeyed. That's who you talking about.
I'm talking about the brown skin guy.
No, I know who you talking about. Oh, I'm talking about Lamont. I think Lamont sent the link to the dude.
Okay.
He already admitted he's not going to come on. That's another one that's afraid of us. He's a new one that popped up, and he was like, it's LeBron fans. Him in particular, he be talking all gangster. I would love to hear him and I have a conversation together. I would definitely hurt these dudes' feelings. Again, you guys are going to mature and become more better men. Like Lamont said, our job here is to make you guys better individuals, human beings, better basketball fans on top of that. And I got to say, Lamont, thank you, because you know what? You have helped me understand and break down basketball a lot better since you and I have collaborated with GOAT James Kingdom and FYF. And like I told y'all, it is an FYF GJK takeover at TikTok. It's a wrap for y'all.
Breaking news this morning, GJK and FYF has taken over TikTok. Last Saturday's live has Zesty Jeffries scrambling. This duo plans on doing more TikTok lives. Advisory warnings have been issued to all Zesty Jeffries.
That's a
Hey,
good one. I like that.
Lamont, check this out. Lamont, check this out. So it's funny how y'all mentioned someone that can't dribble. They're gonna turn around, right, Johnny? That's what you said.
Nah, let's be real. Do you guys now? I unmute myself. You guys been on the basketball court lately, right? I'm an old guy. If I was on the basketball court versus these young dudes, I have no choice but to turn my back because I'm not quick enough. And I don't have the dribble skills enough because back in my days, my dribble skills was enough. Today, my dribble skills ain't enough. These kids are too quick, too fast. So if I was on the basketball court, I would have no choice but to put my body between the defender and the ball. Because he would have to go around my body to get to the ball. So that's what you do when you can't dribble and have no athleticism anymore.
But check this. So when the old heads tell me that, they don't play defense. They're not even trying to play defense today because of the lack of hand checking. Well, you can't. How are you gonna hand check somebody when they dribble and face up? That's all I be.
Well, we said that on TikTok. We explained that on TikTok.
This is how we know they don't play basketball. They don't touch basketball. They don't do nothing in the game of basketball to where they would understand why Kobe Bryant himself said, "You can hand check me with 3 hands, and I'm gonna still get 30 on you." Like. He said, if you guarded me one-on-one, he don't like the hand check never did anything. It don't work.
Nope.
All it do to a good ball handler is tell the ball handler where you got your weight shifted. And if they know your weight is shifted.
They never heard of a hand swipe. They don't know what a hand swipe is, Lamont.
I told you. That's why when you see these videos, these old men be hitting the ground, falling forward, doing all types of looking stuff. Trying to run. Trying to hand check.
Old head trying to run. Trying to run.
Hey, Lamont,
yeah,
hold on, wait. Before we move on, I know y'all got a lot to say. We all get a chance to speak here. Should we let Vis get his chance to speak without muting him?
Oh yeah, let's go. Vis just has some background noise, though. Something's going on with his background.
He in the laundry mat.
And that's another thing too.
I like
Zesty Jeffries can never. Zesty Jeffries, why y'all always got to be in y'all car? Why can't y'all be inside y'all crib comfortably on a live? Like, why y'all got to be in y'all car?
That is true. They always in some weird location.
Y'all never in y'all crib, just chilling and being able to pop up on somebody's live.
Up here supporting the black brothers, and y'all guys up here do this to me. That's crazy. Anyway, boss. I just wanted to come up here and talk to this dumbass dude, Johnny, that don't know shit. Johnny, every time you mute me, brother, it's every time I'm correcting you, and you kick me out the. Go look at the last stream. You kicked me out the stream when I corrected you, when you made a mistake, and you say I don't know what I'm talking about. Most of the times I come up here, I mostly agree with majority of shit y'all say. It's only when y'all start to quote unquote hating shit, I like to correct y'all. I don't come in here to detract on y'all streams. I don't come in here and disagree and try to be a detractor of y'all. I be agreeing with most of y'all. I'm a basketball fan. Fuck all these players for real personally. I'm just a fan of the sport and like these players. But when you got people like yourself that don't know shit about the sport, like you just said, another man taught you or helped you understand the sport better, it's just proving my point that you don't know shit about the sport. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead.
Okay, give me an example of what you're talking about, Viz.
Johnny just said you helped them understand the sport, but did he not just say that?
Okay, no,
that's not what I said. But that's not what I said.
I'm saying you made some claims when you came up here.
The other day, I don't know, Johnny, what was the other stream about the other day? I think it was about the 50K points or something like that.
I don't know what stream you talking about.
I would have to.
Wait. I'm not gonna mute you. Hold on, wait. How you gonna say this the other day on the live, but you don't know what live you talking about? So how's people supposed to find?
Did you not have 2 lives within a 3-day period? Did you not have 2 lives in a 3-day period?
Let's start here. Let's start here. When do we go live and go James Kingdom? Let's see if you know this.
I don't know, because you go live on your channel, you go live through FYF. So what are the times you go live on FYF?
But they go live on the same days.
Okay, well, did he not have two? Well, either one of the streams within 2 or 3. He had streamed twice in a 3-day period. Did he not?
Every week we stream within a 3-day period twice. Every week.
So one of those streams. I was in both of them.
We've been streaming 2
shows.
No.
Yeah. So it had to been a Sunday stream. So I got you. Because Friday stream was the stream that I got Wild Boy dumbass for the Paul Gasol shit. So yeah, it was the Sunday stream that you kicked me. I don't know what you was talking about really for real. But I agree with a lot of stuff you said in that stream, which I was talking about in that stream. But then you said something. I would have to go look back at it. You said something because you kicked me out. You never let me back in the hole for the entire duration. You kept me backstage the whole time because all I did was just correct your stupidity, which I do majority of the time. Because you say stupid shit a lot of the time.
So what did you correct?
Lamont. It was a 5-hour stream, brother. I know I was kicked out for majority stream. The footage is right there, y'all. The footage is right there, brother. I know I got kicked out for correcting him, brother.
But hold on, Viz, my brother. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I'm gonna ask you straight up. What did you correct on Johnny on this show? We're just asking for specifics. That's all.
Again, brother, I do not know exactly what it was. Only thing I remember that I got kicked out once I corrected him. That's the point that I'm focusing on.
But how do we know you get kicked out for being unruly or talking out of turn?
I mean, he told me to talk, and then I said something, then I got kicked out. I mean, the footage is right there. Y'all can go look.
What did you say? You remember what you said? You don't remember what you said?
Johnny, I don't remember. No, the action of what you kicking me out for. I'm saying something like I said.
Okay,
something.
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you remember what happened in 1992, June 1st, when the Bulls won the championship? Do you remember that?
What are we talking about, George? See, look at you. Look at you. Look what you doing. What they got?
They shows about Michael Jordan. Because I don't know how you don't remember what happened.
Y'all want to go at
MJ?
Hold on.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead,
Johnny. If you want to go at MJ, cool. I don't care. Y'all saying that shit about MJ. I don't care. It's only when y'all do the manipulation tactics like Lamont loves doing and shitting on other greats and all that stuff. That's when I say something, because I think we need to appreciate all eras of the sport. Lamont, you supposedly this Jordan guy, yet
so what do I manipulate?
Okay, because you push off that Jordan's number one in your book, yet you have a lot of I won't say it's negative, but it's a lot of shady things that you'll say about Jordan to try to insinuate that he shouldn't be where you have him at. Would you agree with that?
Well, what do I manipulate though?
Well, because you're pushing off to the younger audience instead of letting people enjoy who they want to enjoy, and it feel like you're trying to persuade people not to like Michael Jordan, which is like kind of corny.
For example, this stream, so this way you don't have to go too far back and try to remember things from a couple days ago, because we know you struggle with that.
No, I don't.
With this stream, what am I trying to manipulate?
What's the purpose of the stream, Lamont?
No, but I know the purpose.
Everybody done witnessed everything.
Hold on, you started off.
We all got social. Brother, Lamont's talking to me, brother. Lamont's talking to me, brother.
Hold on,
you be a respectful man.
I am sorry. I apologize.
What is hold on,
Lamont? Okay, I'm saying from an outsider.
Let's just start with this.
Go ahead.
If I see interesting information and I find it to be truthful based on the facts that support it, and then I give you guys that information, how is that manipulative?
Lamont, we all grown, man. We all, some of y'all guys, Johnny in his 40s. I'm 38. I see what you're trying to do, brother. I'm not none of these teenagers. I see what you're trying to do based on the content that you push. The content that you push. Hold on.
Are you after crack, baby? Are you
say that again?
Are you an after crack, baby? You're not even in your home. Yep. What you doing in the streets, bro? You should be home right now, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was born. I got a break. I want to talk sports with y'all guys. I like the stuff that y'all push. It's funny.
Viz, did you leave your house to hit the link? Did you tell your wife you had to go to the store so you can hit the link? You couldn't do it in the house.
Well,
come on, Johnny. You gonna do me like that, brother? God damn, I'm not. We got careers out here, brother. I got a break to talk some trash, y'all. We up here talking shit.
Hold on a second, though. Hey, Johnny, can I get this real quick?
I just thought that was funny. He went to the stove so he could hit the link. He hit the stove because he was here.
Because a lot of your content, hold on.
He was here 2 hours ago.
Hold on. So I got a perfect example for you.
Okay, hold on.
So Lamont, this is pretty much the two elements, and I can say this about it's a channel that I'll follow and I like. But I see what he kind of do too, because I think both is y'all both do the same thing just for the guys y'all like. Dreamers Pro push a lot of anti-LeBron content. Now I agree with a lot of shit the shit that he say, because I feel like with him he goes a little bit overboard. Because it's like a lot of LeBron stuff, which I don't agree with. I don't disagree with it, but it's just like some shit you can let, like you just gonna ignore. Like we're repeating the same stuff over and over and over and over. And I get it. It's the content space. I get it because I'm about to do a hit piece on the Johnny soon, so I understand all this. And you do the same thing for Jordan.
What I'm asking you is this.
Go on, Lamont.
What is hateful about it?
I didn't say hateful.
Okay,
I never used that word.
So if it's not hateful, what about this content is
it's persuasive to not make people.
Hold on. I'm trying to understand.
You use the wrong word, but go ahead.
You said that I'm trying to. You said that I'm in some innate way. I'm trying to get people to believe that LeBron is the GOAT. When
I didn't say that, LeBron. I said it's persuasive. I never even mentioned LeBron name once. What you mean? I never mentioned LeBron name.
So who am I manipulating? Like this topic is about Jordan. I'm only talking about how Jordan used The Last Dance to manipulate mine. Which I believe,
Lamont. So why haven't I? Okay. Let me ask. Okay, so right. Okay, cool.
Hold on, Viz. Because remember when I was playing it? Hey, Johnny, you can attest this. Anybody that watched the white guy with Stacey King on the podcast, I forgot his name. He even said the same thing. He says that with Jordan, he says, I'm in media. And he says, I can explain this to you guys. He went out and basically came to the same conclusion that I came to. What I'm saying is us calling out the facts about
mute your mic, my man.
About the intention of The Last Dance. I don't know.
That's probably me, Juan boy. My bad.
I don't know how that's hate. This is just the truth.
I never said hate, brother. I never said hate.
You got to show up on Friday to hate. Michael Jordan hate.
Lamont, do you all right, Lamont? Do you think because you use these type of words? Do you think what Dreamers Pro doing is hate?
Well, Dreamers Pro don't talk basketball.
He never.
I didn't ask that, brother. Do you think the only thing he do is point out the little small shit? Hold on. He doesn't create. Hold on, Lamont. I'm asking you the question, brother. You stop. You let me go.
I'm answering your question. It's not a very hard question. I explained it during this very same live stream. What did I say? I said that I don't believe Dreamers Pro is a Michael Jordan fan. I said that based on his content, I said I think he's just a LeBron James fan. Remember, I said the same thing about Willie. I called Willie the Bizarro GOAT James Kingdom. I said,
but that's not what I asked you, Lamont.
I think that these guys are just LeBron James fans on the other side, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But do you think his content is hateful content? Do you think it's hate content? I don't think he doesn't create lies. He doesn't create lies. Only thing I do is he make people persuade that. Only thing he does is try to persuade people that LeBron isn't the GOAT.
Who does lies? Viz. What Jordan? Viz.
Johnny, all you do is lie. Stop talking to me, brother. All you do is lie, Johnny. You don't know basketball. Please be quiet. You don't know basketball, Johnny. Please be quiet, brother.
Viz, let me ask you,
Johnny. You don't know basketball.
Viz, what Jordan fans go live? Can you play it? What Jordan fans go live?
I didn't hear what you say.
What Jordan fans go live? What Jordan fans have a consistent live show?
I don't really watch their content like that because I like to hear the opposite end. So I kind of agree. Like people I agree with, I kind of not watch. So I like watching y'all because y'all do mix it up a little bit, and I like to hear the funny shit.
That's why you like to argue.
No, I don't, Johnny. I don't even argue with you. Most of the time, I agree with your dumb ass. But anyway, Angry Hoops fan. What's his name? Angry old Hoops. I like his videos. I don't watch his live streams because he's a little bit dry to me.
What about Ticket TV then?
And Ticket don't really be going. And Ticket don't go. Ticket does more things, but I like Ticket too.
Viz, it's the hungry man, and he's the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Don't forget that. But go ahead, continue.
But one person I do like that be y'all know my man Sports and Fitness. Yeah, he be going in on y'all. I like Sports and Fitness.
It's called Zesty and Fitness. Say it with me. Zesty.
I mean, regardless what he say, does he lie though? Is anything he's saying is a lie? Johnny, you lie a lot. I at least say Lamont don't lie. You create lies, Johnny.
Basketball.
Hold on. Ron boy, please. I finished you other day, Ron boy. Please don't talk to me, Ron boy.
I got Biz.
One mic, y'all.
Viz, if Zesty Fitness and Rants is honestly a truth talker, do I have a soft feminine body?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You said yeah.
Listen,
I don't. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. All the personal. All right, I'm with y'all with that. All the personal shit is kind of wild from him, but excluding that. Yeah, because I don't think it's sports talk. Why are we getting why we getting on that level? But that's just that's the style. That's the style.
Okay, so
Hey,
Vince,
Lamar, I
there's
haven't had a
something.
chance to talk yet.
Hold on one
Let's have a
second, Mari.
chance.
Hold on
Hold
one
on.
second, Mari.
Go ahead, and I'll talk next.
So okay, let's just take it to basketball then. And
Yeah, what do you say? Be all facts.
Since Sports Fitness and Rants is the truth teller, he said that LeBron James is a bad father. Do you agree?
I don't know LeBron to be. Yeah, that's why that's personal. Like how I don't care about none of that. Yeah, that's personal. I don't know LeBron to even know if he a good or bad father. From what I see, got his kids there. His kids. Look, I'm a father myself. I got a son and a daughter. From what I see, it look like he's doing a good job.
So what does he truth tell about in the game of basketball?
Lamar, Johnny does the same thing, dog. He come on, brother. Like I don't like when you do that. Like you don't get on the Johnny. Like I'm gonna be right down. Johnny does the same shit though that he does.
No, hold on. But wait a minute. Hold on a second. But wait a minute. Let me take this one. Let me take the mic real quick.
He's a
Hold on
cigar
minute.
smoker. He's a gambler. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Biz.
What's up, brother? What's up?
I'm talking to you for a second. Here's the deal. You could say that about a Johnny. That's what you feel. But here's the thing. Dreamers Pro, Ticket TV do the same thing. They do the exact same thing.
Oh yeah,
and
ticket for sure. Ticket for sure. I don't see Dreamers Pro. Do I think Dreamers Pro and Lamont, they pretty much do the same thing. They OD, they nitpick.
No,
brother,
they don't, bro.
I'm not biased in all this stuff, dog. I'm just going off of a viewer, brother. I don't have no sides in this shit. Only thing I would say is that I got Jordan as the GOAT. That's about it. Other than that, I don't like who you like. But they do the same thing. If you look, hold on. If you look,
how come Ticket TV?
If you look on Lamont's
TV goes on his channel all the time.
Ticket hasn't even been going in on LeBron in a while, brother.
That's obsession right there.
Hold on, Mahari.
Brother, I got like 10 minutes left, and I'm gonna let y'all have it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, he about to get back to the crib, y'all. He about to get back to the house, y'all. Hurry up, Vince.
I'm at work, brother. I work in the public. But anyway, listen, Lamont and Dreamers Pro, they're more like the same because he's not Ticket. He's not like Ticket.
Okay, so Viz. So hold on. So let's just go down. We're just gonna go down some of Dreamers Pro's videos. We're gonna see if they're in alignment with my videos. Okay, so Dreamers Pro, LeBron James gets brutally destroyed after Nike drops a cringe ad. Do I care about players' commercials and off the court endeavors? And it's on you, Viz.
Repeat that again. My bad, dog. You put me on mute, so I didn't really hear you.
Okay, so he says, I'm just gonna go down his video list. He says LeBron James gets brutally destroyed after Nike drops ad for the most cringe commercial in sports history.
Commercial was a little cringe, but I don't think it was bad. What about it though? Do you have something like that? Yeah, look at your Kobe content.
Okay, so what Kobe commercial did I?
I'm not talking about that. We talking about the content. You talking about the commercial?
Vis. Stay in one place. You're talking about a content creator that talks basketball, and then you talk about people that talk around the game of basketball with nothing that has nothing to do with dribbling the ball. LeBron James doing a Nike commercial or Burger King commercial. Why do I not talk about that? Because it does not impact the game of basketball whatsoever. Oh, let's go to another one. Right here. We got fans are mad. LeBron James fans are mad that LeBron was left off of the Lakers Mount Rushmore. When do I care about where you rank players?
Lamont, you just assumed a lot of people don't watch the sport. You don't know everybody to know that. Y'all do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I just heard you say earlier in your stream that
don't argue people's rankings, man.
I'm not talking about that, but you that's why I say y'all are similar. You said a lot of Jordan fans don't watch the sport. You don't know every Jordan fan. I'm a Jordan fan, and I know more than a Johnny, dumbass. I'm probably on par with you as far as the knowledge of the sport.
This.
No, you are not. Stop it. Hold on,
Lamont. Boy, I done deep fried you badly the other day. You know not to talk to me, boy. I done deep fried you, brother. Your corpse is somewhere on Friday, last Friday, brother. Go somewhere, boy.
Get up, boy.
Deep fried you badly with that Paul Gasol shit. Get out of here.
Okay.
Don't talk to me.
All right, hold on. So all I'm saying.
Go to that Friday stream, y'all at 1:30 mark.
How do you remember that? But you don't remember what Goat Johnny? Hold on.
Because that was a big segment. That was a big segment. Oh, the whole hour was about Paul Gasol. That's why.
I got him.
Yeah,
y'all.
the whole hour was about Paul Gasol. He
I'ma
mentioned one
rope-a-dope
thing that day, and I just corrected him. That's why I remember it.
I'm a rope-a-dope him.
Yeah, you gotta get that clap back, brother, because that was a bad look for you. But go ahead, Lamont.
Never you
That was a bad one, boy. No, there's no saving you, brother. That's why your partners are not saying nothing about that.
Look, you're not doing
that was a bad look, dog.
By hitting the link.
Listen, dog.
You ain't
it was a bad look.
Bait. We laugh at you.
We laughed. Everybody was silent that day too, though. Did they say I was wrong?
Do you remember?
Did they say I was wrong?
No,
did they say I was wrong or no?
One boy.
Did they say I was wrong or no? Okay, then.
What you do? Hold on. People like this, and the one thing I've noticed, and I've sit back and watched them, they don't really have any real takes of their own. They just try to find reasons to argue with you about your take.
I'm not here to argue, Lamont. He said something that was false.
Hold on one second, Viz. I'm just telling you from what I've watched. The one thing I don't like is I don't like people who try to critique other people's takes, but then when we ask you about your take, you don't have a take for us to critique. You do that a lot. Like you'll
Lamont, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
Hold on one second, Viz. What you'll do, what people like Viz will do, y'all, is he will, like, I remember the stream, at least the most recent stream that I watched when he came on to Go James Kingdom show. And I even said something to him about it. Because he kept saying during the stream, I actually agree with you. I actually agree with you. But in the same conversation, he's sitting up here disagreeing. All he's doing, y'all, is he's trying to find a reason to argue. And this is why
where did I disagree at?
Hold on one second. This is
don't make no lies up on me, though.
Hold on one second. I could pull the video up. But
I pull the video up, then describe.
Please hold on, Viz. This is why we mute you, because now you're just being disruptive. I believe that you guys have a personal vendetta with Goat James Kingdom. Y'all just like to argue with him. And it's gotten so bad. Like, he's gotten so nasty with his takes with y'all, where y'all just be scrambling and scraping just to walk out of these conversations to say you were right about something, just to get one up. This is why in these conversations, when you're finally right, it's so memorable. Like, you're coming up here saying, man, Go James, that we had that one conversation the other day, and I really got
No, I said he just kicked me out when I said one thing.
No, hold on. When these live streams turn off, I typically kind of forget. And I'll rewatch them. It's funny, but I'm not thinking you really be watching. Like, y'all, and this is one of the reasons why y'all, like, Willie has the same issue, King Rowe has the same issue. You kind of have. Yeah.
Well, I do content too, Lamont. So obviously, it was a good moment for me to get that piece.
Y'all really need to either have a 1v1 organized debate with him, because y'all coming up here desperate for these one-ups. It just tells me that it makes him look superior, because y'all chasing him for just to be right. He's not chasing y'all to be right. Y'all have literally chasing topics where you say you agree, to argue with him on topics where you say you agree.
I agree with the Dwight Howard being better than Olajuwon thing, Lamont. Yeah, I do. I think Dwight Howard that's what I agree with. If I'm going to disagree with something, I'm going to disagree. So don't say I agree just to make me look stupid. No, when y'all said Dwight Howard's a better defender than Hakeem Olajuwon, I personally think that myself. So when y'all arguing that, I agree.
But there's a difference.
It was when you try to discredit Hakeem, I had a problem with.
But hold on a second, Vid.
Yeah, look. New World got it right. New World got it right. They'll say stuff like this.
You don't disagree with nobody when they're right.
Not 94.
You disagree with them. That's what you do.
But Juan boy, you said Paul Gasol was the best, and I asked you a couple times. You said he was the best, and I asked you what you based it off of, or whatever it was that day. And then when I stated somebody that was superior to him, you didn't. You were like, okay, you got me. Okay, yeah, you're right. You didn't say that, did you not?
I said the film.
The film showed that Tim Duncan was superior.
And I asked you to go get it because I had mine on deck. You didn't. I could send it to Lamont right now.
Okay, so Juan boy, if I have the film right now, how the fuck I'm gonna show you, Juan boy? All right, Juan boy, you want me to see? Okay, Juan boy, you want me to send you the film?
No, hold on, Juan boy. Here's the thing. Juan boy, here's the thing. Again, when we go to people like Willie and even Viz, they hate the film because here's the problem.
I love the film.
Oh no, there's the problem. we will always have film. It don't take Go James Kingdom when that dude started talking about Hakeem Olajuwon's defense. It took us 2.2 seconds to start pulling up Hakeem Olajuwon games, and very quickly we saw some very questionable defensive tactics on Hakeem Olajuwon's part. Y'all don't like the film. Y'all don't, because y'all never come with film ready on deck to go. And y'all always say that the film exists, but you never showcase the film. Right?
Lamont, one more thing before I go.
One of the biggest, like when people say that the Spurs just sagged off LeBron and made him shoot. It's a reason why y'all never come with that film. Because y'all know that's not how the game played out. Like, it just did not happen. That's not like, I just wish y'all would, instead of trying to, like, that's why y'all just need to do a head-to-head debate with Go James Kingdom and quit running from the debate. Is you've already called him out. You said you got a show where you're going to expose them. What you can do is we can set up the head-to-head debate. I'm saying
I'll do my video on them for sure, which I plan on doing.
Okay, so instead of doing that, what you can do is
it's not really nothing I got. I don't care about the GOAT debate, Lamont. To really debate him.
It don't have to be the GOAT debate. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I told him to bring up some. All right, to bring up some that's non-LeBron stuff. I don't care about talking about LeBron.
All I'm saying, just to get it out your system, we'll just have you head-to-head in the debate.
And plus, I haven't even really been saying nothing about John. He just don't know basketball to me. And that's just my opinion. I don't think he do. He create lies up. He cherry picks. I mean, we all can see this shit.
Give me one lie.
Okay, he said Jordan don't have no left. You can just watch 96 through 98. Do we got a left still?
So hold on. Hold on. During the time frame that he was talking, because
he never puts a time frame.
Hold on, Viz, hold on.
So how you know he said it?
He always hold on, boy. He specifically says that John Sally.
He's vague.
Hold on, please hold on. Please hold on, y'all. John Sally is referring to, because he typically always refers to those 3 years where Jordan could not get over a hump versus the Pistons, and he always says that the Jordan rules. He says they use a simple defensive tactic, which is pushing them left to beat them 3 times in a row. John Sally says that defensive strategy was built around pushing Jordan left. How is that not true? Did he leave?
Yeah, he left. He left. He basically tapped out.
Come on, man.
Told you.
What y'all did to him?
I told y'all. Wait, I told y'all he pulled up into his driveway. He had to get off the phone.
Man, he was getting blasted all over the place. I mean, good grief. But he probably had to go back to work anyway.
Hey, Johnny, they always pretend they're at work.
Exactly. I was gonna say, who's at work trying to be on somebody's live? Like, what kind of responsible human beings at work joining a YouTube live? Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man. Who takes a 15-minute break to join a live?
It actually was longer than 15 minutes. It was probably like 20 minutes or something, man. Like that.
And then that's why they get mad at me, Lamont, because like I said, we all human beings here. We all are men. We all have responsibilities, obligations. But it don't make no sense. His wife controls him.
Man, I'm not gonna go that far, but listen,
that is hilarious, bro. God, these dudes are funny, man. It's got to the point, Lamont, like they're very more entertaining than frustrating. They're really funny, bro. Like it's like you can almost call out exactly what they're gonna say, like on the dot. It's almost like Groundhog Day now for me. I've been experiencing the same crap for over 3 years that it's like Groundhog Day to me. I know exactly what's going to happen before it happens.
Well,
it's sad.
Well, it's fun while it lasted. Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question though. Who's more worth, this or who's that dude's name? Brandon Katz. Who's worse, this or Brandon Katz? Who's worse?
I don't know. Brandon Katz is in the special category. Brandon Katz is in the special category. Listen, Brandon Katz, Young Miami, which y'all know as Hoop God, so maybe might know him as Daiwan Sanders. Who else can we put in there? King Speech Bro is another special one. Actually, tomorrow night's show is going to be about King Speech Bro. I had to destroy his kingdom. I had to set it on fire the other night. He's still trying to recover from it. So tomorrow's show is going to be about King Speech Bro. Hey, but who are the other ones that show up and be real disruptive?
Hey, Johnny, you know what I would pay money to see? I would pay money to see if he could scan me a copy of his notes and send them, like as they are written. exactly how he had them written down because he said he had notes for you for that live stream, man. I would
Oh, that
love
was
to see
fun.
what his notes look like a
He
set of
said-
King Road
he said,
bullet
please.
points.
He had notes. He had notes. That was hilarious to me. Oh, that's so funny to me, bro. They got to jart things down, and he was trying to keep me in a box because he had another Zesty Jeffrey that was just going on a tangent. He was so upset because I called his whole thing cap. He was trying to make the Bucks of 1985 Jordan's competition. Went through a whole soliloquy about how Jordan and the Bulls were scrubs in 1985, and that's who Jordan had to face. They make it seem like Jordan's just effort, just like Stacey King said, Jordan effort into playing baseball is good enough. Let's forget how sorry he was. Just the fact that he made an effort, that he tried, that he signed up is all that matters to them. That's all he has to do is show up. As long as he shows up, he can shit on everybody's plate of dinner, and everybody's gonna say that was a 5-star meal that night.
Yeah, like the 3-point contest. At least he tried. Like, come on.
Really? Yeah, I was done after that.
You know what? I think somebody in the chat pretty much said that Brandon Katz don't agree with everybody. He just wants to argue for the sake of arguing. I mean, that's
what Viz does. That's what Viz does. That's exactly what Viz does.
But you know something though? I think Brandon Katz takes it to another extreme where he takes it where it's like you just want to punch him in the face a lot of the time because he just said dumb stuff, and then he gets mad when Lamont or anyone else exposes him on his stupidity.
I wish you were on that stream because I've never heard his voice change like that. Like I've never heard him talk that polite before. When I was on the stream that day, when I heard when his boss walked in and told him to shut the hell up, you making too much noise.
Are you talking about Brandon? Are you talking about
Brandon?
Was that on your channel?
Yeah,
I got
my
find
channel.
that, Lamont. Do you know?
Bro,
I think
if you got that clip, hey, Lamont, if you got that clip, bro, you should just post it on your community.
Hold on. They like he remembers it. Bro, when his boss walked in, I've never heard his voice sound so humble. I was like, why can't you be like that when you're on the panels?
Was it a female that said it, Lamont?
No, it was a man. Bro, it was a man walked in and told him,
that's even worse.
Man, get back to work. And that
get back to work, and he stayed on the stream. Did he stay on the stream after his boss told him to get back to work?
Oh my God, man! I wish I was there to see it.
That's when we start questioning.
Sir, we get back to work, boy.
That's why we was like, Brandon, are you really a lawyer, man? Like,
yeah, that's some. He bossed you around like a paralegal or something like that, man.
Damn.
Yeah, he the secretary or some shit.
Man, that's bad. Oh wow.
Yo, to be at work to trying to argue about Michael Jordan and LeBron is hilarious to me. So that is funny to me, bro. That is hilarious, bro. Oh God, I can't.
No, man. Brandon don't know basketball, bro. But he just has an anger problem, man. I think
And
he has a
that's another
social
thing about
anxiety
Zesty
problem.
Jeffrey. They really think their opinions and their words validate shit, right? So who cares what you think? Brandon Katz, 3P God. Like, you guys really think by you saying somebody can't talk basketball, somebody can talk basketball, really solidifies the whole reputation of that individual. It don't make no sense. Y'all have no life, bro.
Right, bro. It's sad, man. There's times where Brandon will say some good points, but he just doesn't know how to control his temper and know how to control his emotions. Like, I don't know if he was abused as a kid or something like that. I don't know, man.
Nah, he grew up. I gotta say, he's a privileged kid, man. He's privileged child, man. That man grew up underprivileged.
Bro, it's just like what Johnny says, man. Like, a lot of times it's not even it just gets to a point where it's not even about the topic no more. It be about Johnny. They just want to feel like they got like that they want to try to make it so he's wrong. They want to one up him. Like, I don't know what he does with his content where he has so many people that just want to one up him. And I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like
because I'm up 3,000 points, Lamont. That's why I'm up 3,000 points.
Ricky. Hey, can you post Ricky's comment over there? He said, "FYI, who's worse than Brandon or host Ticket TV?"
Hold on. Hey, hold on. You got to tell us what happened with T Perfect. One day he was here, and then all of a sudden T Perfect's gone. Did he like? Did you call him Benedict Arnold on Rose?
You want to tell him what Johnny? You want me to tell him?
No, I'll tell him. He's upset at Juan Boy. That's what he's really upset about. But go ahead, Juan Boy. Go ahead.
I want to hear this.
there was the two. It was the Saturday, right? Where no, it was the Friday night exposure, and you know, we was on there, and I mean, talking, and I was talking I was doing my trolling. He got mad, and then that's when that trickled on to that that debate. Not the debate where you had. Remember when you pulled up on that Saturday, Lamont, when we was checking him about the Hakeem joint, where when he was debating Brandon on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling him, like, you don't know I was going at him. I was like, yo, you don't know basketball. You a Scap Attack clone. And you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of attacking what I was saying, which I wasn't wrong about, he's just so much of a Jordan fan that he like, oh, why you don't talk about LeBron?
But he's a Kobe fan. Let's get it. He's a Kobe fan. And what really got him upset was when Juan Boy told him, you only watch the games for debates. You don't watch the games. You're not a basketball fan.
I told him you only study for debates. You don't watch games.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a basketball fan. I watch games.
He got upset, and then he got upset the next day. No, the next day though, the Juan Boy came back on the Sunday show, and he tried to shut Juan Boy down on the Sunday show. And just like I tell everybody, Go James Kingdom members can come up here and say whatever they really want. We let Herm come up all the time and say whatever he wants. Why? Because Herm's a Go James Kingdom member. That's what they pay to be a member for, to express their takes. We don't hide nobody's takes. So he tried to be disrespectful towards Juan Boy, which I told him you can't do that. And that's what he got mad at me about. Because I told him, say, listen, Juan Boy is a Go James Kingdom member. So you can't go off on him. Same way we don't let people go off on Craig. Craig's not a Go James Kingdom member, but he's a part of the show. Right, but Travis invites the debate, so we let people and Travis go back and forth. That's why Travis had his own show. Travis had his own show. The Radar was Travis's show on Saturdays, and that's another thing too. Why I gotta call him out. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, white men are devilish when it comes to black people succeeding.
Bruh.
He tried to put listen. He tried to put a wedge between Brandon and I. He did a show with Brandon. He decided they did their own little separate group chat between themselves to do a show, which I didn't even object to at all. I told them anytime they needed my assistance, at any time they needed my help, I'll be more than glad to help them. I even showed up on Saturday nights, make sure that everything was done right. But he tried to put a wedge between Brandon and I, and then he realized Brandon is worse than me. See, they forget I'm loud. So you hear me more than you hear Brandon, but Brandon is really worse than I am. They don't really notice that. Brandon is really worse than me. Brandon don't give a damn about even me. Brandon don't give a damn about me. I can tell you this way: Brandon snapped on me plenty of times, bro.
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, they try to build and he's not the first white guy that tried to do that. There's other white men that try to get in between Brandon and I, and there's no getting between Brandon and I. You understand what I'm trying to say? So he got mad after a while that he realized there was no way of diluting Goat James Kingdom material. He thought he was going to create a show, take Brandon out on the left side, make Brandon go against me. None of that worked. So when he ended up going to Darts Channel, where you can go lie and be fake and phony all you want to. He spent a whole year and a half being fake and phony on Goat James Kingdom. What kind of man does that? Be a real man and go be with the rest of the Zesty Jeff and be proud of being a Kobe fan. But he never could do that. That's fine.
Yeah. And it's been a long thing with me, and it's been going at it since like the Christmas episode. Because me and Brandon was in there ragdolling him and Herm about John Stockton durability. But that Saturday was, I think that was the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel back, because I was checking him on shit like he talked about, well, Durant played LeBron when he won MVP in the finals. I was like, no, he didn't. Kevin Durant won MVP in 2014, and Brandon was like, yo, Travis, you always get caught in your lies. You got to stop lying all the time. And I swear to God, I go back and watch Go James Kingdom episodes. He lying about Magic averaging Jordan averaging the most assists in finals, like stuff that could be fact checked, and he'd be wrong, and he called himself a basketball fan. And to be perfectly honest, no, I don't think he deserved that spot on Go James Kingdom.
But you know, y'all remember when he asked me to do that debate about Kobe? Like, he kept asking me to do that Kobe debate.
You declined several times.
No, remember I did it. Because remember, he wanted.
No, I know you declined. You was like, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
No, remember I did the debate though. I did it. because Brandon even was one of the judges, I think. But he lost the debate, but he wanted to debate so bad. I was like, bro, I don't debate rankings. Like, I was like,
no, he was debating your criteria. It wasn't about Kobe.
No,
I was there that night.
Yeah, he was basically
wanted to
saying
debate
that.
when you lost to DeMont debating your criteria.
Well, no,
that was another debate. That was another debate. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, with your criteria, you got it wrong. Kobe should be higher with your criteria. So the debate, like, you are right, because I think I was listening to, I forgot what show he was on like a week ago, and he said that to somebody. He was like, we should debate it. I mean, like, he is always wanting to debate stuff.
That was another thing he used to like. He used to always try to dictate to us on what all their advice. That's why they were part of the show. Craig's advice, John's advice, and Travis' advice was always listened to. Sometimes we didn't follow through with it, but because me and Brandon have our own way of doing what we want to do, right? And they used to always get mad at us. Not they, but they still kind of get mad because they be telling us that we should tell them beforehand what the topic is. But we always tell them we don't really choose a topic till Saturday night. Like, we really don't. We really wait because we remember starting off topics on a Monday. By the time we got to a Sunday, it was a different topic because a whole week goes by. So we wait till Saturday until we decide what we're going to talk about. That's just what we've been doing. We've been doing that for 3 years. Like, Brandon and I got a good thing working here, and they want to spit a wedge. And all we've done is been hospitable to all these guys. We've opened up our platform for all you guys to show up. 3P God saying we mute him. No, we only mute you guys when you're disrespectful. But as a GOAT James Kingdom member, you get a chance to talk. I've put Herm in the dugout before because sometimes I got to get put in the dugout. But at the end of the day, GOAT James Kingdom was created to allow this debate to happen. We are not trying to dictate how y'all speak or what y'all talk about. Y'all just get mad because y'all want to dictate how things are spoken. And that's what y'all get mad at. That's what Ro tried to do the other night with his notes. He wanted to stick to the notes because as soon as you start dropping knowledge that they have no clue about, there's no notes to go run to.
Viz
Hey,
said you mute
your
people all
boy
the
Viz
time.
is back, bro. He's in the chat.
Again,
Your
they
boy
do that
Viz
on
is back.
purpose, just like Lamont said. They claim you mute them because they know how to get muted. They know when to get muted.
They know how to get muted. That is true. Like, when shit starts to hit the fan for certain people, y'all, like for Herm, Herm at least admits that he knows when he does this. But Viz does it a lot. Willie definitely does it. But for there's certain people that when shit hits the fan, they know how to intentionally get muted or even kicked off the stream just so they don't have to continue. Like, because a lot of these conversations lead to a road of no return. And I think when they see that road, they just start blurting stuff out, over
They just spaz out. They spaz out.
spazzing out. And then now we have to mute them or kick them off because it's just like, damn, we can't let this plane land because if this plane land, there's no returning.
Right. The same with Brandon Katz too. I mean, when Brandon knows that he's basically getting himself destroyed, he'll try to say something real dark and personal to the point where you got no choice but to kick him out.
No, it's just being disrespectful. You have to have a discourse. They're not ready to respond to what you're saying. They already have a script idea of how the conversation is supposed to go. So, like, it's a perfect example. When I was on Rose's channel just the other night, the dude said something. Rose's specific question was to me, hey, Johnny, did you hear any cap in that? My response was, yeah, everything was cap. So now if you want to know, if you want to know what I mean by everything, you have to sit there and listen. The dude went through a whole soliloquy. Ro didn't stop him. Nobody stopped him. As soon as I said that, and I said, well, if I said, well, this is but so why would I cap? And this is what I said. We heard everything you said. I even asked Ro. Ro asked me a question, and then I asked Ro, what was my answer to your question? Ro repeated the question to me. He never repeated the answer because he never let me give him my answer. They try to dictate the conversation. That's why they hate GOAT James Kingdom and FYF, because we can dictate the conversation and we let them speak. But like Lamont said, as soon as they see there's no way out of this, they got to disrupt everything because they can't let Lamont say what Lamont has to say. They can't let me say what I have to say because the people who are listening will go do their research. Unlike a Zesty Jeffrey, who they don't need research. All they need is for one person to say it, and this is now it's truth.
Yep, they need cosigns. They don't have facts. They lack facts. They don't use video to support anything. They get mad when we show the video. It's all types of craziness, man.
Yeah, they be
And
saying you
it's
nitpicking.
no,
That, see,
it's a rap for them.
yeah.
It's a rap for them. It's really a rap for them. I keep telling y'all, it's a rap. I should have never met Lamont. Lamont should have never met James Kingdom. Y'all really don't know what we about to do. Because if it wasn't for us, basketball discourse would be all zesty Jeffrey Logic, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, yeah. But see, this is what really, it confuses me a lot. Like, if you say you know much about basketball, you know the games are accessible on YouTube. You can literally go watch it yourself and study it.
Johnny, do
But
I
they
always
won't do
say
it.
this? Johnny, don't I always say this when I'm on your show?
Mm-hmm.
Good God, it's all over YouTube. Regular
No,
season.
they really don't like what we doing on TikTok. They mad.
Oh yeah, bro. That's
Nah,
bro.
they
When,
definitely
hold
don't.
on, hold on. Hey, hold on, Lamont. Let me tell you this. I was on your TikTok live stream last weekend when Willie Sarnes basically crashed out, though, bro. Like, I literally asked him straight up. Asked him straight up, do you understand that hacking is not a part of defense? And the man literally said straight up, what do you mean, man? You got to get physical, man, when you play defense. I said, bro, hacking is not part of defense. That should let you know how these people think, bro. Like, Willie Sarnes is one of those people that will just spaz out in the chat. And I just tell people in the chat, just ignore Willie because he don't know basketball. He's nothing more than an old-headed crackhead who just don't know nothing about basketball.
Came up with the
Hey,
Scottie
3-point
Pippen
guy,
cat.
hit the link, 3-point guy. I'm gonna give you the whole floor. I'm gonna put you on the big screen so you can get it off your chest, man.
We got to start putting them 80
But this is the, hold on, but Lamont, this is the thing. Hold on, this is the thing, though, Lamont. You already said. He said no one speaks freely. Mahari's been trying to speak. We be cutting Mahari off, and Mahari waits his turn. Juan Boy does his. They all do the same thing because they understand there's a time for them to get a chance to get what they want to say, right? And that's the truth. You guys don't understand that. You guys think you can say whatever you want whenever you want, and that's not how it works, man. This is not like I always tell people this idea of free speech. Free speech is not made for dumb people to say whatever they want whenever they.
You're not
Yeah,
lying
just like
there.
you told them on Friday. You're not saying that. I'm going to cut you off because you're not saying anything intelligent. Like what? I don't want to hear you come up here saying talking dumb.
Right. And
Yeah, I wanna
listen,
hear
when Lamont says, hey, I got to get this point off, I said, okay, I got you, man. It's your show. And I just be quiet and let him finish.
Lamont, can I get my take off?
Yeah,
What's up, Scott?
Yeah.
What up, Scott?
Before I get my take off, I want to tell everyone I am 16 years old.
What does
So
that do?
Is that for real? Are you for real? Are you really 16?
yes, I am 16.
You was born in 2009. You was born in
Yes.
2009.
Yes.
So Scott, let me ask you this: is that why you got so much testosterone on every show you go on? Because I see you beefing with everybody on every show, besides us,
Oh.
obviously.
Oh, they're Jordan fans. What else to expect? They have ruined they have ruined Kobe and Jordan fans have ruined basketball discourse. And they're the reason why the basketball community is the dumbest community out of all sports. Football, because you don't see any of this out anywhere. No one in football craps on today's generation. They praise it. They praise Mahomes, they praise Burrow, they praise Lamar. They didn't say they couldn't survive in the 80s. But if you go to today's generation, they crap on Shea. They crap on Jokic. They crap on Giannis. They crap on LeBron. They crap on Luka. They crap on Steph. They crap on everybody. When people back then were literally crapping on your era too. They just want to get rid of the evidence, but it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Larry Bird said the '90s wasn't like that. Dennis Rodman saying it was easy back then. I think Dr. J said the '90s were diluted of talent. Yeah, and I don't agree with that. I think the '90s is like a top 5, top 4 era. But to say it's the greatest era of
There ain't that many
basketball,
eras, though.
I know.
It's only about 5. It's only
Me
about
and
5.
top, me and top 5 is like the Bulls making the playoffs in '86.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
but
Well,
yes.
can I say one thing that I disagree with? I've heard people crap on today's NFL, especially some of the older fans of the NFL that basically say the fact that the game's no longer physical anymore, despite the fact that a lot of those same guys in the NFL were not as skilled as today's NFL players. and we're not allowed, and then basically we're allowed to basically get away with legitimately murder. You're seeing more skilled players in the NFL now than you would say back in the 70s and the 80s, when basically you could get away with somebody hitting you in the head with lethal weapons.
I agree with you, but
Well, we don't
I agree
watch
with
it.
you.
I'm one of those fans. I don't watch the NFL, and that's why I don't talk about it. I tell people
I
the
know, I
truth.
understand.
That's the difference. Those NFL fans don't watch football anymore. They just stopped watching football. That's why these dudes are not really fans of basketball. They're LeBron fans because they only pay attention to LeBron. They don't watch the games. They don't care about Jalen Brunson. They don't care about SGA. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is how to make LeBron James seem weak and inferior to Jordan and Kobe, and how they can continue to make Kobe and Jordan some legacy that everybody missed out on. That they're the gatekeepers to truly understand it. But they'll tell Mr. Jeremiah here, right, Scott Warrior, hey, you don't know nothing. You 16 years old. It's like here we're gonna let Jeremiah speak. We're gonna let Jeremiah speak. If Jeremiah says something wrong, we'll correct him.
Well,
And
yeah,
he'll
you
listen
correct me. And here's the thing. And here's the thing. They were watching Kobe and Jordan while they were teenagers too, so they couldn't even logically
They were younger
comprehend what
than
they were
you. They were
seeing.
watching Jordan at 8 years old. Like Viz is 38. Viz is 38 years old. Viz was born in what, 1988? He was more worried about Ninja Turtles in the 96 finals than Jordan in the finals.
Right, that's true.
That's why I be like, they be lying. Because I remember being a kid, bro. I didn't care about the finals like that. I really didn't care, which is because it was on television. It was one of the things on TV to watch. That really wasn't it. But if my friends were outside playing at 9 o'clock at night, I would be outside playing with my friends at 9 o'clock at night. But the finals are on, so we're at home watching the finals. Because you were in your crib at 8, 9 o'clock at night. You ain't in the street. If the finals came on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, ain't nobody watching the Jordan finals.
And what gets me, Lamont, they said they're historians of the game. No, they're not. You guys talk about Jordan and Kobe. At least for GOAT James Kingdom, I see him break down the 60s, how the rules were different. I see him mention players that, quite frankly, I don't think Jordan fans were able to mention them. If there were 10 Jordan fans and you told them, do you know how Greer? I bet you more than half of them say they wouldn't know. They're not they're not historians. They're Jordan JDRs. They're Zesty Jeffries. They're that's what they are. They're Kobe sexuals, and this what drives me the most. They blame LeBron fans for the way how basketball discourse. No, the reason we have LeBron fans is because of you guys. You guys have brought this on yourself, and now you know how does it feel to be dumped on. How does it feel to be your air be trashed? Because you guys been trashing the 2010s and up for years now, saying it's soft, it's weak, too much 3-point shooting. And when LeBron fans say, or Jordan face plumbers, which I don't agree with them, they say face plumbers and fire truckers, they get all in their they get all in their feelings. Because you want to know why? They just want everyone to bow down, suck up. They want everyone to bow down, suck up their leaders, their messiah,
Let me show
and
y'all.
let everyone else shut up.
I'm gonna show y'all something because this is how I know. Like when you think back to what time frame was this? Well, like most Jordan fans probably born when? What
Most likely either in the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah,
and
mid
they grew up
70s,
in the
early
90s,
80s.
right? When I saw this
late
video,
70s and up.
this video right here reminded me. It just almost confirmed that this is how I know none of them were actually watching the game. Because for this video showed me that 95% of Jordan fans, this is what their childhood looked like right here. Let me show you. I'm almost positive this is accurate. And I was dying laughing. Some of y'all might have seen this video already. Oh man, this is funny.
Bitch, your back ugly. It don't matter. Nigga, why you keep on saying that? You said that you in the day. Fucking grade, nigga. And why your grades at? You gotta say fucking grade.
See what happens, Jesse Jeffries, when you don't take care of your kids? They out in the street talking like this.
They debating over the grades. You got all F's and D's. They debating over the,
That's how.
Hold on. Watch it. Watch what he
Uh-huh.
said. This is how you know what. Like I want. There's something that I don't know if a lot of people caught this conversation. I want you to check this out. Man. Hold on. Let me play some more.
No, you don't, nigga. You may say D's in them.
These kids are hilarious.
Nigga, pussy, man. He bagging up. Real talk. I'm a real nigga. I'm a fucking grown man.
I'm a grown man.
I'm a grown fucking man. You don't smoke, so? I don't what? You don't smoke? You don't smoke, nigga. You don't smoke. How many times your daddy whooped your ass? How many times your daddy whooped your ass? I don't cry, nigga. I don't. How the fuck?
This is hilarious.
This nigga trying to cook a motherfucking damn fucking sandwich. What the fuck is fucking sandwich? Why the fuck you ain't eating cold? What the fuck wrong with you? Nigga,
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yo, that's how Zesty Jeffrey be arguing with you about basketball.
Hold on.
You can't even cook a damn cheese toast. Nigga, I cook all my life. I had to cook for this nigga. How many days? I had to cook this nigga.
Yeah, I wonder what these two are doing right now in life. I wonder how old they are.
No, you missed it at the end because at the end, the fat one called the other one fat ass. That's what's so funny about it. Oh man, bro, this is how I know.
Oh my god,
videos like this. This is how I know they were not watching the games. This is the types of conversations and arguments they was having, man. They was not watching games.
They were not. Lamont, you remember you asked why do they defend Jordan so much? Why are they so interested in defending Jordan so much? So you hear Danny Mac here, which is also a GOAT James Kingdom member. Shout out to Danny Mac. He says here, this is all projection. LeBron fans do everything y'all accuse Jordan and Kobe fans of doing. It's just silly. Now, remember this, Lamont. They always tell us that within the GOAT debate, the players' flaws and negatives matter, right? Then when we find negatives and flaws about Jordan that they try to hide, they get mad at us, and that's why they have to defend Jordan at every turn, because to them, just like Big Assassin said on the TikTok live, Jordan has the least failures and flaws of all players. So every time we find something new that can show Jordan's flaws, they get mad and say that we're doing all of this, and that's why they protect Jordan, because they created the actual debate of flawedness. We wouldn't talk about Jordan's flaws and being a bad teammate and all this other stuff if they stuck to just greatness. But we all know why they do that, because Jordan's just not great enough. He doesn't have enough wins. He doesn't have enough championships, enough points, enough blocks, steals, accolades, nothing. So they have to pretend. Yeah, they have to pretend that Jordan doesn't have flaws, because then that makes whatever he doesn't have over everybody else better than everybody else. So if he just because he doesn't have no flaws, his 6 is better than 11. Because he has no flaw, his 5s are better than 6 MVPs. Because he has no flaws, 32,000 points is better than 38,000 points. Because he has no flaws, his 5 losing seasons don't count compared to everybody else. And that's why they have to defend every time somebody comes out talking negative about Jordan. And we have to highlight it because they told us that that's a part of the conversation. Now they're mad that we're highlighting Jordan's flaws.
I was cracking up when Willie said Saturday, he said, Karl Malone is better than Tim Duncan. And I'm willing to accept that. I said, what makes he said Karl Malone's stats make him better than Tim Duncan. And that's why I was like, oh, so you're saying the same stats that Johnny uses to say that's why he's better than Jordan? It's just like they are like, their minds are so weird how they see the game. Like, because they'll pick and choose. Like, first of all, saying that Karl Malone's better than Tim Duncan makes absolutely no sense anyway. But then to try to use the same argument that he supposedly hates, right? It was just nasty, bro. That's why I say these guys cannot think.
And Lamar, what's Mamba mentality? I never understand Mamba mentality. What's
Mamba
that?
mentality is fake.
I was on black. Black, what's
It's
the name?
fake. It's
Black
just
James
true, man.
Bond.
My mentality fake. It's not a real thing.
Nah,
That's
Lamar, you
court.
can't say that
You know
shit.
that's court sessions, right? You know that's court sessions, right, Juan boy?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's why when
Yeah.
I was heard his voice when he was like, "Yo, one boy, Johnny," I be on the Facebook page. I'm like, "Yo, the foot," but I didn't put two together because he had sent me a message the other day though too, and he hit me up for a live. Let me tell you, Willie and Big Assassin, they are the worst. Like, I'm not even talking about the basketball. They take it beyond basketball. Like, he calling Big Assassin on there, calling dude, he and White Boy serving him. But see, I ain't even mean to use it. He got me doing it. He like, well, I know more about this basketball about you, than you, White Boy. I'm like, yo, why you even gotta mention like his race? And Willie got so I was ragdolling Willie. It got so bad. He asked me where I worked at.
Zesty.
They're so emotional with their Messiah
He's like, yo,
that if you say anything bad
where you
about
work
them,
at? I'm like, yo, damn, like, and because the conversation they wanted to talk about losing before rings, and before they could even get the question off, I asked them, what's worse than Jordan getting swept 2 times by the same team and then losing to the same team 3 years in a row? Like LeBron, I said, LeBron ain't do no type of losing like that before he won a ring.
They are
Thank
funny.
you,
And, you know,
Josh.
I've got it.
Easy answer,
We gotta get
best.
Mr.
Mamba
Mavs on here,
mentality
bro.
means shoot the ball every time. I tell you, Mamba mentality is fake. Everybody that y'all know with Mamba mentality is at LA Fitness. They're not playing no type of real basketball nowhere, man.
Oh, Lamont, let me ask you this. Lamont. When you go play basketball, right, as somebody in the rec center, the courts, do you say, you know what, give me the worst players on the court right now that are waiting to play, and I'm gonna play anybody, or do you say, let me get the best players that are available so I can go out here and play?
I've told people this before. I said, if you go to any competent gym, like where there's like legitimate runs, you are always trying to walk in with the best 5 possible.
The
Because
best
if you go to a
team,
gym with competent runs, it's about 6 or 7 necks sitting right on the sideline. It's gonna be about 6, 7 people with necks that all got their own teams. You probably looking at an hour to hour and a half wait just to get on the court. You don't walk into no gym talking about give me anybody. You're gonna walk in with the strongest 5, and so what happens? Here it's a trickle down effect. When the strongest 5 are on the court, it makes everybody that plays that team have to try to play up and be better. So I've always said that super teams, the trickle down effect is always good for the league because it makes everybody play better. Like, you have to be better. You can't just be average and get by. Like, you got to level up big time just to compete. And that's the thing about super teams. But everybody that wants it all, like in the 90s where we saw, okay, 1 star on here on this team, another star on that team, and we'll just do it all fair. That's why it ended up being very low level, very sorry looking basketball.
and I agree with that, Lamont, because guys like Patrick Ewing, David Robinson had to waste away their careers on mediocre teams.
Well, at the end of the day, like I said, man, it's basketball. Like when whether you're going to college, high school, or you're open runs, you walk in the gym with the best 5, and it's on the other team who got next to put you off. However you can do it, and if you can't do it, you sit your ass on the sideline and wait an hour to get back on the court. That's just how basketball works. All this friendship basketball stuff that people talk and even talent and do it fair. Bro, that's
or go whatever they give you. You wouldn't do that on the basketball court. You ain't finna go out there and just pick up. Yeah, exactly. So
no. Because
I play varsity.
For example, if you got necks in the gym, right, Gold James, if you got 4 guys, you need 1 more. But you saving that 1 more because you got to be selective, right? Like you got literally randoms walking up to you. You only got 4. You need 1 more. I'm like, I don't know yet, man. I'm figuring it out. I'm not just about to add anybody to this team, man. When we get on the court,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. We gonna let me see who lose because one of them good players they lose. That's how.
Herm. You go on the court, call next, and put anybody on your team, Herm. You go next and put anybody on your team, Herm.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Memphis ain't known for basketball.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, have we came up?
Now, how we came up in my neighborhood, my nigga, like shit, you on the sideline. I just pick whoever on the sideline, nigga, we go play. And if you feel like you that damn good, you get it done. And
Capping.
nigga, and most of hey, I
no
be
basketball.
hey, you can come to Memphis,
Yo, James,
Tennessee
I done played
anytime,
in enough
Johnny.
runs to know. I
You'll see
done
how
played in
you'll
runs
see.
in
I know he
Mississippi.
capping. I
I
know
played
he
in runs
capping.
all over the
You can
state,
come
bro.
to my
I never
hood
went
and
to
you'll
any
see what's up. We
runs
never
where there
like
were
to do that.
legitimate runs,
We never
and you
had to
just
do
okay
that.
with
I
just taking
felt I
any
was
foul.
that
No,
damn
Herm, you
good
know
for
I know you
one.
capping, Herm. Herm, you know you capping,
I ain't
Herm,
cap.
because
I
there's
felt I was that
oh wait,
damn
Herm,
good,
Herm.
so I
No,
didn't
let
want
me
to
tell you
play
why
with
I know
them
you
niggas.
capping,
I
because there's
never
certain
wanted to
dudes.
squad up with niggas that I always hoop with anyway.
I
Shit,
That's how
Herm,
you get the work in.
Herm, you know I know you
That's how
capping
you
because
honestly get honest
the
work
dudes that are
in.
really
So I
good,
don't know what
the
y'all
dudes
talking
that are
about.
really good, the dudes that are really good on a basketball court never wait. Even after they lose, they get picked up by the
hell
team.
no, they
Coming out
get picked up
exactly.
immediately.
Nah, we had a
Immediately.
rule. Nah, we had
Immediately get
Immediately.
picked up.
we had a
No
rule
good
though.
players sit
But
around waiting for
but
somebody to say,
the
"Yeah, I want
Sanchez
you
I
on my
hooped
team."
in. Now the Sanchez I hooped in.
Unless he say I got next.
No,
Or
I
he got
always
his
hooped
own
with
No,
vibe.
niggas though. I
what
never
happens?
hooped.
No, what
I
happens is
never
the
hooped
people
with
that
niggas
got
my
next,
age.
the
And,
people that got
now
next will save
in
a
the ninth
spot just to
grade.
pick up the good
Now
players
in the
that
ninth grade, I
potentially
hooped with
lose.
my niggas that was done there professionals D1 niggas. That's the niggas I was hooping with. I
Man,
wasn't
stop
hooping
it,
with niggas
man.
Oh,
my
you say
age.
now they D1. That means they good.
You got
Now they
You wasn't
D1.
doing with the high school
Andre
niggas. You wasn't
Allen, that
playing with
was
the
D1.
JV
That was
team.
on that
You
was
were
on the
playing
team
with the
that
D
got the
niggas.
championship. You can ask Lester Hudson. That lead trying to
Bro, why y'all
lead the
try to
CBA
relive y'all
scoring all
childhood
time.
up
You
here
can
with no
ask
proof,
Sean
man?
Williams and them nigga.
We can't
Tonyo
ask
Burks
them.
that would
You
play
only
with the
saying it because you know
Grizzlies.
we can't ask
I
them.
hoop with all them niggas. You can find
No,
them
you
on
didn't, man. You was a
Facebook. Hey,
baseball
I can
player,
look,
Herm.
imagine.
look,
I
but
can
look,
imagine
Lamar.
Hermes walking
Look,
up to the
Lamar.
court
I
saying, "I
try to
got
get them
next,
niggas.
and
I
y'all
try to
give me
get them
whoever
niggas
y'all
on.
got. I'm ready to beat
I try to get them
anybody."
niggas on the show with y'all bum ass
Give me
niggas,
my
but they
ball
say we
back.
don't talk
Herm,
basketball
let
like
me ask
them
you a
niggas.
question, Herm.
We don't
Herm,
talk
this was
like
you,
we don't
Herm.
talk basketball like them bums, man. I ain't gonna waste my time
Herm,
with
you
bullshit
stepped
niggas.
up
I
on
said
the
what I
court and you
got.
was like, "Listen, I
Show
got
your
next,
knowledge,
and
expand
give
your
me
knowledge so
anybody."
help
That
these
what you
niggas
said?
learn the game, man.
You
Expand
said,
your
"Give me
knowledge to help
Harry,
these niggas learn the game. That's
Bob,
what I tell my
give me
Hold
niggas,
on, hold
man.
on.
Harry,
I'm calling.
Bob,
Nah,
Hold
Johnny,
on, hold on. Watch
and
this. Watch
we
this.
don't
Watch
do
this.
that,
I'm gonna try to.
man. We
I'm gonna
don't
call
do
my
that,
homie.
man.
He played at Purdue. I'm gonna call him. We used to do these pickup runs. I remember one time there was one summer where me and him hooped all summer. In every run, we made sure we hand selected our team. We did it so much, man. We did it so. Hold on, I could call my buddy Jair. Watch this right here. Because I could tell you, this is how I do it. I don't go on no court trying to lose, man.
Hey,
Look at
Lamont,
Brandon Katz. Look at
look at
Brandon
Lamont.
Katz. Nigga, if you
There's
worried
like
about
6 people up
football,
here. Why he worrying about me for? He know Friday nights is when he can find me. No football on Friday nights.
nah,
Yeah, Lou Dort can guard Prime Jordan. Have you seen Lou
and I
Dort
hope
play?
you're a Dallas fan.
He didn't
Eagles would
Oh,
have
answer.
Lou
cooked them.
Dart would shut Prime Jordan down. Jordan can't go left, man. Just said Jordan to his left. That's it, man.
If John Starks was able to guard Jordan, not shut him down, but to guard him, Lou Dort can have a good job on Jordan.
Didn't he drop the double nickel on
No, I've seen John
Who?
Starks get Jordan problems. I've seen
The
John Starks
Double
get.
1993
Penny,
Eastern
hold on,
Conference
hold on,
Finals.
Penny. I'm on the live stream, all
the
right? And
55 points?
Hold on.
hey,
Let's listen to.
Penny,
I'm
can you
talking
hear
about
me?
possessions.
Okay, okay. Y'all can hear him, right? Can everybody hear him on the panel?
Yeah, we can hear you. Peace,
Okay,
brother.
okay. Now, Penny. Now, remember, right? You played at a high level. You played at Purdue, right? We remember. You remember, especially that one summer where me and you, every time we stepped in the gym, man, we made sure we stepped on the court with a high-powered team to run I'm talking about run the courts. Remember, Jair would get pissed off at us because we would always team up and keep beating him. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Now you've been through a lot of runs in up north in Indiana. You went through runs everywhere, all over the world, all over the U.S. For sure. Is it a smart decision? And I'm talking about competent runs. I'm talking about runs where it's some dogs out there. Is it a smart decision to walk into that gym and just let randoms hop on your squad?
No, it's not a smart decision because you probably won't get back on the court again.
It's so
Depending on how many people there and on the high power. I mean, it's two perspectives. You can do that if you just want to take on everybody and feel like you're trying to elevate your game, but
Yeah.
and you play.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
I said if you're looking to elevate your game and just try to say I can play with anybody, then fine, that's okay. But I don't think it's a smart decision because you'll probably never get back on the court again.
You ain't never touching the court, man. That's the hope. What I'm saying is you ain't gonna never even get to work on your game doing it that way.
You might get one game in and you probably score 6 points out of the 12 in a pickup run, but you're done for.
And you might have to go home because you're never touching the court again.
You feel me? That's accurate.
And also, if you nice, one of them teams that got next, what they gonna save a spot.
How long do you wait? Ask them how long do you wait if you nice? How long do you wait if you nice on the court? How long?
They want me to ask you, Penny. They said if you nice, how long do you typically wait to get back on the court?
If you nice, depending on how many bodies, it really depends on how many bodies you bring to play.
Common sense.
Nice, you have a 8 out of 10 chance of getting picked up next.
Yep, because they gonna say
the next game. 8 out of 10. The next game. The next game.
Hey, Penny, I never wanted to play. I never wanted to play with all the good niggas.
They'll move somebody around for you.
Man,
I never wanted to play with all the.
I remember.
Hey, Lamont, that means if you had
they got
5.
one more question for you,
and Lamont, that means if you had 5 and that good player got off the court, you were kicking somebody off your team so you could put that guy on your team. That's what he's saying. That's how it works.
I never wanted
to. I'm gonna hit you in the live stream, and I just wanted to get that off because we had some dude from Memphis up here talking about he would just step on some. He would step on some elite runs just with some randoms, and that's how they would get down.
I never wanted to play with my friends, though. I never wanted to play with my partners.
That's cool until they figure out your other players' weaknesses. Now you getting doubled and tripled, and can't nobody help you.
You can't do nothing, bro. It's like we was doing to Jair, because Jair tried to do that all summer.
Yeah,
we were doubling.
That only works when your competitors are low basketball IQ players. Then you can just play with anybody.
So Penny, so if you had to take a guess, if he was doing that, he was playing with some scrubs and against some scrubs.
I would assume so.
Okay,
I can't confirm what happened, I would assume they weren't high level competitors.
They couldn't have been high level competitors if he think like that. All right, Penny, I'm gonna hit you back. Appreciate you. You helped us answer some questions, man, because they was up here lying, man.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
What Lamont said, it was true. I remember I used to run with my friends at school all the time, 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. They try to pick the teams to be fair, but so it won't be overpowered. But usually they want the best players on their team.
I'm running around picking up random because that's what we called them. We called them random. We didn't know you. We didn't know what you were doing that.
You don't know what you gonna do in basketball.
I'm not running with randoms.
Now our sessions in Memphis though, we ain't gonna have no more than 15 niggas really in the gym. So really,
and that's not
the
a
niggas
real
that you
run.
playing with. Nah, the niggas that you playing with, you had to do that in the city, nigga. Cause I said it dangerous and all this shit going on. So you want to close session?
But y'all don't really take
I don't know about.
Y'all not
I don't know about all
shit
that
in
shit.
Memphis.
Like,
We got some shit.
New York City
Tennessee is not a basketball state, man.
Yeah, it really ain't.
Yes, we are. We
New York City, they go to different
neighborhoods.
neighborhoods. We went to different
We one of the best
neighborhoods,
cities in the country, nigga. Like that.
No,
just
hell,
Memphis got some ballers. Memphis got some ballers. Memphis got some ballers. Not like
no, they
other
don't, man.
Yeah, I know
they got a little
Not
Where
90s
you
and the
from that
2000s.
fell off. Where you from that fell off.
Hey, Lamont,
Fell off.
this is another thing I have a problem with.
This in the 2000s.
Yeah, but when we was coming
Y'all
up, we
fell
had
off
big,
now.
we had more bigger names than any. You just mentioned Sean Williams. Come on, man.
But Sean Williams,
Not to mention Ron Artest,
the only
Lamar
players you
Odom.
hear from
Don't
Memphis,
forget that.
The only players you hear from Memphis are players that could have made the league. None of them.
Nah, we got
actually
niggas
get
that Quintel Woods came out of JUCO.
Who
came out of JUCO?
If the first player you tell me,
he rode the bench. He rode the bench.
Thaddeus
in
Young
Portland.
Still in the league now.
Bro, Thaddeus Young is a
still in the
ball.
league.
Don't be that Thaddeus Young, bro.
Thad not a ball though. He might have been in the league that long.
Remember Thaddeus Young had that stat with LeBron and Bird.
His first two players from his city are Lorenz and Wright and Thaddeus Young.
Lorenz Wright is
Sean Williams, the lottery pick. Peter Hardaway, a lottery pick.
Lamar Odom and Meta World Peace are champions.
What you talking about, man? We ain't trying to compare New York City. That's what y'all damn near started.
I don't want to let
Hey,
Herm show.
Yeah, Kareem
Lamar, this is the problem.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Lamar, this is the
well,
problem we have with these guys.
I play any one of y'all for some money right now.
No, you won't
Oh,
play
look,
me.
now y'all want to play one-on-one. Now we got to take flights to see
I'm
other
just
men.
saying.
Y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all got to stop this,
All right,
man.
what's your
Y'all got to
PS5
stop this, man. Listen, man. Hey, listen.
On a
Brandon
bad D, I'm
Katz here.
killing y'all.
Brandon Katz
Y'all ain't
says here,
hooping
Lou
like that.
Dort.
See how y'all talk the game. I know Johnny how they do it, braid hair and play and do yoga and shit.
Brandon
And that's
catches
I
a
all
do
right.
bot.
yoga
Don't
though.
make
I
that
got
seem
you. I
easy,
do
bot.
actually do
Okay,
yoga.
Warren,
I
boy,
do
let
yoga.
let him get to the next
Hey, he
topic. Go
do
ahead.
pain go at the Rucker.
I
Warren
do
boy would be
yoga.
do
I
pain
do
go at
yoga
the
though.
Rucker. Oh baby, that's what Warren boy be doing. Shit, Lamont, he easy right. I just, hey, what I do to Lamont, I just forearm him in his chest one time. He'll back down for me. Once I forearm him in his chest, he'll
So look,
back
they
down.
all look.
Man,
Y'all
look,
really
man.
think
Hey,
Yeah,
that
man.
works?
you got
Hey,
that's
we
because
just
you got
gotta
that's
tell it
because you
how
got
it is,
that's
man.
because you
Hey,
got to get that's because you got
we
a
just
game
gotta tell
like
it how
Charles
it is.
Oakley. You
Hey,
got a
one
game
boy,
like
be the
Charles Oakley.
commentator that you be on the show, man. You gonna be, oh baby, that's all you do, man. That's all you do. You come,
Nah, you know
oh, you give a niggas nicknames
I
and
do
shit.
way more
Hold
than
One
on,
that.
boy giving
hold
niggas
on,
I got
y'all.
some
Lamont,
nicknames and
cracking
shit.
listen,
out.
Come on, we
listen,
gotta
listen,
move
He
Lamont.
on.
This is
say,
the problem with
he
this is
say,
the
they go,
basketball court.
he'll tell they Johnny, they go
Hold
Bob.
on, Herm. I just want to move on to the next one because let's just get to this
Yeah,
topic.
let's
He
get up.
needed to get to
We're gonna
Brandon
get up out of
Cat,
here real quick.
and I gotta shut it down. Hold on.
This the problem right here, Lamont. Right here.
He
Brandon
said,
Katz
Bob
says Lou
Marley with
Dort.
the rock.
He said Lou Dort couldn't even guard Anthony Edwards without help. So
Yeah.
they literally think that Michael Jordan has Anthony Edwards' skill ability. Like they don't realize how much skill these guys are compared to when Jordan played. They think Jordan still has skills, but like they think Jordan was futuristic. They think Jordan's skills in 95 was the skills of players playing 30 years later. Like y'all act like 30 years have not passed. This is the sad part of y'all
Johnny. Johnny, they do say that he'll average 45 today. We got to hear stupid shit like that. So,
No,
But,
what? No,
but
course
that's
they
how
gonna
the conversation started, though. But that's
no.
how the conversation
Coach Hayes,
starts
you
right
know
there.
how they don't know? Because remember, you made a statement, and I didn't think it
Ain't a
was
former
controversial.
champion said that
But
though. So I
remember,
mean,
you
it
said
ain't
that
him.
when they asked you, they said who's more skilled, Jordan or Luca, and you said Luca. You didn't even hesitate, and I agree. And
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, how is that controversial? Like why do you shouldn't even have to think about that. Like
It's
Luca's
not
skills.
controversial because that's a dumbass statement. So it ain't shit
No,
No, it
Luca's
ain't.
a better
controversial.
shooter.
No, it
Luca's a
ain't.
better
And
shooter.
you ain't and your capping ass ain't gonna drop no film up in the chat.
You know, the perfect example, Lamont, they like to bring up Luca and Joker versus LeBron, right? And I always tell these people, yeah, Luca is more skilled than LeBron. Joker is more skilled than LeBron. They came in the league 10 years after LeBron
They not
came
more
into the
skilled than
league.
LeBron. They
Yeah,
not
no,
more.
as far as the aspect
No,
part,
they
because they
not.
always talk about the
No, they
offense
not.
part, like the
They not more
scoring.
skilled than LeBron.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
they
They can shoot better than
no, they
LeBron
not.
can shoot. Yes, they can. They can
It
shoot
ain't a
better than
shooters.
LeBron.
Man, they are not more skilled than LeBron
They
James.
can
Cut
shoot
it
Yes,
better
out.
than
they are.
LeBron.
Y'all gotta
They can
stop.
pass
Y'all
better
gotta
than
stop that
LeBron.
shit.
They can do
And
all of those things. We're talking skill level.
Mark Price can shoot better than LeBron. Doesn't mean that he's more skilled than LeBron. He is not more skilled than LeBron James.
No, they
Y'all
think
full of
now they
Yeah,
want
shit.
to
they
add
did. Yeah,
skills
Y'all
because
to
full of
all
they
shit.
want
Jordan
to
had
add
was
skills to
athleticism.
stats. They
No.
want to add skills to stats. Exactly. They
No,
want
they
to
are not
say
more skilled than LeBron
yes,
James.
they
LeBron
are. They
James,
are. No,
no, they
as we're talking offensively. When I'm talking about defensively, and defensively, Joker's just as skilled as LeBron because he's just as smart as
no, he's
LeBron on the
not.
side of the
No, he's not.
basketball court.
No,
He's
the
just not
hell
as
he's not.
athletic as LeBron. That's the only difference. They're not
No, that's not a difference.
they still
LeBron
have
has
the
a higher
skill
IQ than
ability.
both players.
They listen.
LeBron's IQ
Joker
is higher
dribbles
than
better
both.
than LeBron.
LeBron,
Joker
no,
fit. Herm, you don't never let people
has a quick
finish, bro. God damn. Like you don't let people
They
speak,
do.
Herm.
That's what
Like
they
you
do.
don't even. You
Cornballs
just be.
remember.
That's how to be disruptive, bro.
Y'all
Like
are capping.
just being
LeBron is
disruptive.
more
Go ahead.
skilled.
Explain why
Y'all
LeBron's a
not
better
talking
and more
basketball.
skilled. Go ahead, Herm. Why is LeBron more skilled than Joker? Go ahead.
LeBron is a more
Music.
complete player than both of those two put together.
Bro, you lying. What?
Explain the skill ability.
LeBron has a post game. LeBron can score anywhere on the court. Yes,
What is easy? That's easy.
Does LeBron have a more pure because I don't have a more pure jump shot in LeBron James' case doesn't mean that he can't shoot past the score. His handle, he has a quick handle, quick first step than both of those two. to. He could get by defenders. He got an array of moves. He got spots on the floor. LeBron can run on curls and score as well. He did that. LeBron is a better slasher than both of those two. He's a better player off the ball than those two players. So LeBron
Wrong.
James is more skilled. And it has a higher IQ than both of those guys defensively. Hell, we shouldn't even talk about that. LeBron James could play one-on-one and hold this man down. LeBron James can play in the post and be a good post defender. So look, end of the day, you trying to talk about some damn Jokic and Luka in the same damn sentence? You out your motherfucking mind. It ain't no motherfucking way that you put those two in the same sentence as LeBron James. Y'all, nah, don't hurt me. I know what y'all trying to do.
I got
I
a
ain't gonna
question
let
for
y'all
your
do
ass.
that.
I got a
I'm
question for
just talking
your ass.
basketball. I ain't with that other
I
shit.
got a
Y'all can
question for
have
your
that
ass.
goofy shit. Man,
Who came
LeBron,
into the league
Luka
more
and Loki
skilled,
can't
Luka or
fuck with
LeBron?
LeBron. I don't
Who
want to
came
hear
into
that
the
shit.
league?
I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Who came into the league with more skill, Luka or LeBron?
LeBron James.
So you telling me 04 LeBron was better than 2019 rookie Luka?
Yes.
That was shooting step back.
So
Yes.
No, but that's the Olo. That's not the question. Herm, can you name the player LeBron James got past dribbling the ball that he wasn't more athletic than?
I mean, shit, you could name some instances last year that he did that. He's not faster than a lot of guys now. I done seen him got by. He done got by. What's that damn best defender on the damn Timberwolves? Because his name just slipped my head. The best defender on the T-Wolves.
Alexander Walker?
Nicola
Not
Alexander
it
Walker.
ain't Alexander Walker.
No, Jaden
Jay
McDaniels.
McDaniels.
Jaden McDaniels. He got by Jaden
Jaden McDaniels.
McDaniels.
You saw
He got
LeBron
by
James
him.
get past. He got past
Yes, he
Jaden
got
McDaniels.
past him.
One-on-one dribble.
So did
At
Luka.
40.
So did Luka.
So
Nah,
LeBron is
James
less
at 40 still
athletic
getting
than
past
Jaden
guys.
McDaniels. So LeBron right now is less athletic than Jaden McDaniels. Is what you're saying?
Yes, he is. He's not as fast as he used to be. No.
Okay. So you say LeBron James gets around defenders faster today than Luka and them do? Because remember, Luka and Joker are slow. They don't have no athleticism to get past any defenders to do what they do. So it's all predicated on skill. So everything that they do.
LeBron James do it on skill too. And he uses
No,
his
he does it
IQ.
now on skill. He does things now on skill, but what you're talking about, he doesn't do that better than Joker and them right now.
He been doing it with skill his whole career.
No, he has
Who's the better
skill with his
rebounder?
athleticism. That's why he was so dangerous early in his career. But you can clearly see right now, LeBron James' first step is not as fast as it was. So he struggles getting past defenders today. He doesn't get past because they're quicker than him. They can get ahead of him. But Luka and Joker are very slow and unathletic, but they're able to take advantage of it because of their skill level. They shoot better than LeBron. Nobody said LeBron can't shoot. When we say Jordan doesn't have skill, we didn't say Jordan can't dribble the basketball. We just say he can't dribble as good as Luka. There's a difference. LeBron is still a great basketball player, but he's not as skilled as Luka or Joker, especially when we're talking about offensive side of the basketball, which is what I'm talking about. If you want to talk about defensively, LeBron, LeBron James is matrix because he's on the defensive side. Nobody's like him.
They more skilled than both.
Jordan is more skilled than
don't watch
Luka.
Jokic. They don't watch Luka. They don't watch
They don't watch
Jokic.
basketball. You don't watch basketball. Yeah, y'all don't watch
I
basketball.
know you don't either, because you don't
all they
understand
talk
the
about,
game. It's shit
all they
within the
talk
game
about,
you ain't gonna understand anyway,
all they
because
talk
you
about is
ain't
how
played.
What shit
slow
in the
and
game? What
unathletic.
shit is that,
You
Harm?
ain't played it. You ain't played it to understand. So I mean, I don't blame you for
How? I
having
know.
casual
I know
taste.
when I go
I
play,
don't
I'm not
blame you to
picking
have
random.
casual taste. Hey, Johnny, that's cool. You a
I
casual
don't play with
fan
casuals.
that's
You play with
popping up
casuals. I don't play
LeBron.
with
That's
casuals. When
okay.
I played, I
Hey,
was picking the best players.
like I said, any given day, hey Lamont, I'm gonna tell you this, Lamont, man. Until, man, bring these damn debates back so I can cook these bums like I've been doing and expose these dumbasses like I've been doing. I'm sick of niggas making up shit that they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Bring that shit back. That's what made your show great. Bring that shit back, goddammit, so I can cook every motherfucker around, including your ass if you want to smoke. I put it like that.
Man, you
You know
cook
what's
shit.
up with me, nigga.
Let me answer your
I
question,
cook
Brandon
every
Catch.
motherfucker
Jordan
that
is
come
less
in
skilled
sight.
than LeBron.
One by one, nigga, you could bring a player.
How
I
come
can
you ain't
cook
won a
his ass.
debate outside of FYF, Lamont? Herm? How come you haven't won a debate outside of FYF? What
Herm,
is
we
it about
could debate
FYF?
right now.
I won outside of FYF.
Herm, we could debate right now.
I know
Where
whooped
at?
up. I
I've
know
never
whooped
seen
on
it.
some of the bums you whooped on. I whooped on
Lamont,
Dart.
Where?
I
Lamont, can
I've
I
never
whooped
debate
seen
on
it.
Herm?
Dart. I
Nobody's
whooped
ever
on
seen it.
Travis. I whooped on all them motherfuckers,
Travis,
and
Lamont,
everybody's
I
whooped on
whoop on
Travis.
you again.
Lamont,
I
can
whoop on
Ain't
your
nobody.
You said
ass
I
Travis
beat
is
if
up
like
you want
glass
to
Travis.
Joe.
smoke. I
They
whoop
will
on
That
Lamont,
ain't
your
can
no
I
ass.
glass
debate
bump
You
Joe.
Herm?
ain't hard to beat. You easy to beat.
They will bump
Yeah,
You
you
yeah.
out.
easy
No,
to
Base
beat. I
Scott.
whoop on
Base
your
Scott.
ass
Base
again.
Scott.
no.
You
Debate
easy
Scott.
fucking work.
Lamar, can I debate Herm? I need to build my debate resume
Hell,
up. So Herm will
Hey
be your
Lamont,
first
hey
victim.
Lamont, hey Lamont, hey
You
And he
Lamont.
on,
only
lad.
Brandon
16
Cat,
years old.
Lamont.
You
Brandon
on,
Cat
lad.
said
You gotta
Jordan
get
is
through
a better
Brandon Cat
shooter.
first to
Lamont,
get beat.
Lamont. Brandon,
You on,
Brandon
lad.
says Jordan's a better shooter. Didn't Jordan say he wasn't a good shooter in '92? 8 years
He
into his
came out of the
career,
horse.
more than half his way into his career, he was a bad shooter. You
Herm,
say he has
you
better
want the
hand.
smoke, Herm?
Don't we got film of Jordan
I
can't go
mean,
left?
you won't be hard to beat. What topic
No,
you want to debate on?
Tim Duncan. I say you called Tim Duncan trash.
Where you rank Tim Duncan at?
He's number 5 for me.
We could debate on that, and I'll cook you with ease. We
Okay,
could
let's
No,
debate
do it
on
we're
right
that.
not
now.
gonna do the conductor disrespect. Come on, bro.
I'll cook
Now
you
we're
on
gonna
that.
let
Cause
Herm get whooped
No.
by a 16-year-old
Hey,
because Herm like to do
no.
randoms. He like to
Yes,
pick
Hey,
let's
go
go.
randoms.
James. Go James.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Jordan's words, when Jordan says stuff, it don't mean what he say. When Jordan say he struggled to shoot the ball, it don't really mean he couldn't shoot the ball. Like they don't like taking his words at face value. So again, they're probably gonna want me to delete that because now we have Jordan by his own admission
Saying he can't
admitting
shoot.
he
He
can't
can't
shoot.
shoot.
And to Jordan, and the funniest thing about it is, in Jordan's brain, he thinks that those 6 threes that he made him a better
He can shoot.
because bad shooters, that's what bad shooters do. When they actually have a good shooting game, they think it
They
makes
hit
them
you with the shrug, like I don't know.
Can I debate Tim Duncan?
Ah! Now that you say that, one boy, imagine that Jordan was so shocked that he was making he had to shrug at the people. He's like, I don't even know what's happening. Even I don't know what's happening.
You didn't even know what's happening.
They got magnets in the rims.
Man, they ain't gonna let you
They
debate me
got,
because they know
they
you
got
a good
magnets in the
smoke.
rim. Oh
Hey,
man.
don't
Let's
worry.
do it
You
right
can
now,
debate
Herm.
You
Herm.
know your
You can
dumb
debate
ass
Herm,
good smoke.
but I
I
would
want to
much
see
rather
this.
be on a different topic. I don't want to play. I would rather let ChatGPT pick the topic.
Better
You know
topic
that's
than
what
that.
I rather want. You know I want that anyway.
I'm looking.
But y'all got to do the debate on TikTok on
I need to
Saturday.
be the special. I need to be the special guest.
Bam. Saturday TikTok.
Special guest judge.
What
Hey,
time you
Johnny the
doing the
Exposer.
video, Lamont?
We do TikTok Saturday every Saturday at 8 Eastern.
8 Eastern.
Hey, you. Okay, got it.
Herm popped up on the sneak tip on TikTok the other night on the 2 weeks
You
ago.
better not run.
It's gonna be I won't be able to get on till about 9 o'clock Central Time.
Okay, fine. That's okay, Herm. Make it very comfortable.
on.
I want you to be very comfortable. I'm gonna smoke you.
Are you legal, man?
I'm gonna crush your head.
Don't
I'm
lose
gonna
to a
chop it.
16-year-old. Don't lose to a
You a
16-year-old.
baby, man.
Get
You
him,
see,
Scott.
you see,
He's a
you see,
baby.
you see. This is David right here. Know what David did to Goliath? That's the same thing I'm gonna do to you.
You
That's the
probably
same
ain't
thing I'm
read
gonna
the
do to
book,
you.
man. You probably ain't read the book to know what the hell what David did.
I know what David did.
Get beat by somebody who just got their driver's license, Herm. Damn, Herm. Don't get beat by somebody who just got their driver's license, man. Don't do that.
You'll be my first victim. I'm coming after all Zesty Jeffries. I'm coming after all Brandon Katz.
You comfortable to say zesty, man?
Yes,
Yeah, of
You a
I am
course he's
young man.
comfortable.
comfortable.
You're not
He's a
supposed
GOAT
to
James
say that,
Kingdom member.
man.
He's not a man yet. His
Leave
testosterone
that
is
word out
growing.
your vocabulary, man. Leave that
Hey,
word
y'all
out your
make
vocabulary.
before I get up
We
out of here,
don't use
Lamont.
that damn word, man.
Y'all make sure to catch us on Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow TikTok FYF Sports Debate on TikTok. And just in case Herm and Scott don't show up, we'll still have a nice live. We'll be talking about great things, and we'll definitely be able to let y'all up to speak. So again, y'all make sure to come on TikTok Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Is it 5 p.m. Mountain Time? Is it still 3-hour difference, Lamont? 5 hours?
Yes.
So you got the same time as the West
Lamont,
Coast. So if you're
what
on Mountain
topic you
Time or West
found?
Coast.
What topic you
Oh,
found?
it's not even Mountain Time, Lamont. That's because you live in Phoenix. That's because you live somewhere in Arizona. It's only
Well,
certain
we don't
parts of
have
Arizona that
our time
daylight
don't never
savings.
change. Yeah, we don't
Yeah, it
have
don't never change. Y'all don't have daylight savings. Yeah, I know.
Hey,
Brandon
Lamont,
had.
what topic you found, man? On shit.
We should talk about the most skilled players ever, and it wouldn't include Jordan.
We should talk about who impacted the game the most. Who's the most influential player?
You go fuck up in that one.
No, I won't.
LeBron.
Yes.
Ain't nobody more
Okay,
influential than LeBron.
I got one for y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta tell it needs to pick. Herm and Scott Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the topic. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that one. Well, I guess Herm said he could beat anybody, so fuck it. The topic is: did Shaquille O'Neal underachieve despite being the most dominant force ever?
I would say no.
Hold on one second, man.
Sorry.
Herm argues Shaq fulfilled his dominance, 4 rings, 3 Finals MVPs, and shaped an era. And then Scott Warrior argues Shaq underachieved, left rings, MVPs, and greatness on the table.
I'm gonna have to argue myself, but I can do it.
That's fine. Those be the easiest ones when you got to argue your own stuff.
Yeah, that should be easy. I think personally Shaq underachieved, but I can't say why he didn't either.
But Herm, it says right here you have to argue that Shaq fulfilled his dominance.
Yeah. I know I could do that. So
and I can fulfill why he underachieved.
All right. Well, we'll see Saturday if y'all pull up and y'all ready to debate, man.
Okay. Herm better not run.
Is Herm gonna be the first person to lose to a minor?
He will. It's not no if. It's he will.
Man.
Oh, man.
All right, y'all. Look, I gotta shut this one down. I gotta shut it down. We've been live a couple hours, but I appreciate y'all pulling up. It's good live. Salute to Goat Cast Hoops. I see you in there. Salute to Goat James Kingdom. Hopefully y'all can catch us Saturday. Make sure you catch Goat James Kingdom Friday as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop y'all down so I can wrap this show up. I appreciate y'all pulling up. But we got to shut this one down, man. So salute to Juan Boy. Salute to Olo, Herm, Scott Warrior. Appreciate y'all pulling up to FYF Sports, man. But yeah, we got to shut it down, man. I'm not trying to have an 8-hour live like y'all be trying to do. But look, y'all, man, FYF Sports, man. Great show. Appreciate it. Brandon says Scott isn't cooking anyone. I think I don't know. I think Herm is gonna be cooked on that one. I don't know if Herm can debate that one. That Shaq fulfilled his career. That's pretty tough. I think it's obvious that Shaq left a lot on the table. Look, y'all, man, FYF Sports, man, another great podcast episode, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Friday night, Exposure with Go James Kingdom. And then Saturday on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. Go to TikTok, search FYF Sports Debates. Follow us. Check out some of the posts there. Make sure you're tuning in for those lives. Also, you could become a subscriber. Sub up to the channel over on TikTok as well, man, for exclusive benefits, man. We're going to be doing a lot of exclusive stuff over there on TikTok. They've opened the doors, man. They've given us a lot of opportunities to do other things other than just post and stream. And we want y'all to be a part of that, man. So, again, salute to you guys. Even people like Brandon. Brandon, come on over to TikTok, man. That's where the majority of my life is going to be from here on out. Like I say, I'm still going to pop my head up over here on YouTube every now and then, but I really want to lock in and make sure we're getting a lot of content over there on TikTok. But y'all, look, FYF Sports, man, another great podcast episode. Y'all, we're going to be back with more sports and news, man. Until then, man, it's FYF Sports, and we out.